I said you better watch what you're doing, 'cause I ain't gonna stop when I'm moving. I'm headed to the top, I'ma do it. I'm headed to the top, I'ma prove it. And I could go all night, I'm sick of being nothing. All right, I'm gonna be something. I'll fight with every breath, trust me. I'ma be the one at the top, you can't touch me. I bleed with every word coming. I would rather die than be someone who's nothing. I'm the type of dude who will not remain nameless. I'm the type of dude who is headed for greatness. I'm the type of dude who could really make changes, 'cause I'm the type of dude that's becoming contagious. I'm the type of dude that will always be ageless. I'm the type of dude that will always feel shameless. I'm the type of dude that they say is fucking heinous, 'cause I'm the type of dude that you know is fucking dangerous.
You are absolutely right. The way he went about it was absolutely wrong. Like, so, like I said, I'm not
of my Jewish hatred that actually goes. Other than the fact that, why are y'all popping out of the sewers in New York City?
Annunciation Catholic Church. You couldn't call it pronounced Catholic Church?
Yeah, pronounce the Catholic.
Parents kicked their son and his girlfriend out their house. She is 5 months pregnant. They refuse to pay rent, but they both work. She is saying, listen, y'all both work. Y'all not paying no rent. All I ask for is $300 a month. Y'all got to go. The dad are like, here's your little jacket. You work at Walmart. Go ahead and work. Y'all can live in the car. It don't even matter. But we're tired of y'all just laying up here and not paying no bills. Do y'all think a parent should kick kids out?
First of all, that's not a Walmart jacket, but fuck yeah. I mean, if they're going to be that kind of... You both fucking work and you can't even give $300 a month to put a roof over your head. And she's got a baby on the way. And your ass can't even show up to be a man for $300 a month in your own damn family's house? Yeah, get rid of him. Just straight up get rid of him. Hey, kick him the fuck out. What's going on, kid? How you doing? We got Mr. Scott and Redneck on the other side there as well. Yeah. Last night was a beautiful disaster, wasn't it? I do have to apologize, ladies and gentlemen, but do you know how long it's been since I've exorcised demons like that? Jesus Christ. And every time I insulted him, I know it fucking hurt him because of the way he would react. He'd just be like, oh, you're just yelling at a 20-year-old. No, I'm yelling at a fucking idiot who thinks he can come on and debate something that he has absolutely no idea about. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. You come into the chat crying and fucking whining here, trying to make me interrupt the show just because your pussy hurts over fucking words. Then you come on the very next fucking day and prove why nobody should ever pay attention to you. You prove why nobody should ever listen to you. And by the... Dude, after I figured out the whole thing of how he defined Trump supporters, I knew what the fuck was happening. I knew it was a destiny situation. And at one point in time, I swear, it actually felt like I was talking to destiny. It was that fucking... It was that good of a tactic. I will give him that. But again, the destiny tactic only works on stupid fucking people. To sit there and say, I don't know what you're talking about, and then say, oh, you're destroying yourself. You're destroying yourself. Oh, yeah? Yeah, how am I doing that? Because they're informants. So the SPLC can pay people to commit federal hate crimes that they're supposed to be fucking stopping. And it's okay as long as the government knows about it. The FBI knows about it. And somebody calls him an informant. Well, that's how informants work. You'd have an argument if the government was paying them, but it was SPLC. Oh, it was? So you weren't paying attention to everything. And I was looking back in the chat. He was fighting for his life with you, had me fucking muted while he was looking back on the goddamn video to try to go back to the very beginning like he tried, to reframe it like I was some kind of neo-Nazi supporter shit. The dude wasn't even listening to a fucking thing. That's why he had no answer. That's why there was nothing there. And then he's just like, oh, you're saying things that you were blaming me for things I never said. Yeah, you fucking said it. Those specific words didn't come out of your mouth, but yeah, you fucking said it. Every goddamn bit of it. You try to lump me in with everything that you fucking hate because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about and you just want to hate. You want to argue. You admitted it firsthand. You agreed to the fucking terms when you said, I don't care. I want to argue. And I laid it out to you from the very beginning. When I feel like you're a disingenuous fucking piece of shit, I will start making fun of you, which was almost immediately because of the way you actually described Trump supporters and Trump voters. Okay. You're fucking retarded, man. And just fucking admit it. Yeah, that was fun. I do apologize, but it's been a long time since I've been able to sit there for 2 fucking hours and rage out at somebody so completely goddamn fucking stupid. The therapy completed. How y'all doing tonight? What up, other guy? Oh, yeah, that's Ken from the other side. Muffin. How you doing, brother? Richard K. points on YouTube. What's up? Idiots are like waters to ducks backs. I don't know what you expect. And then he tried to play the whole victim thing with it. He's just like, oh, you're just yelling at a 20-year-old who came in here trying to talk shit, and came in here trying to insult, was losing the insult game from the very fucking beginning, and then tried to come back with this whole, oh, you said neo-Nazis were good people. That last-ditch fucking Hail Mary, after you had admitted my argument, which was separated from the neo-Nazis and white supremacists, that you even admitted to being a valid argument, somehow you tried to say that was the neo-Nazis and white supremacist argument. Dude, you're a fucking failure. And if Destiny who you're modeling yourself after, let me ask you a question. Why the fuck do you think Destiny is irrelevant? It's because nobody wants to have a conversation with somebody who doesn't have a conversation. They don't listen. They just say whatever dumb shit they need to fucking win. And they try to just trip up people in language. When you go back an hour and a half, 2 hours to the beginning of the fucking show to try to start the whole goddamn conversation over again, it's just to try to trip somebody up. It's a pathetic, weak-ass attempt. You've said nothing. You did nothing. You actually had no fucking point you wanted to bring up other than to just try to trip somebody up in what they were speaking. It was a pathetic fucking showing from beginning to end. And that is why Destiny is irrelevant. If people started to understand the motherfucker had nothing except to cry and whine and bitch and moan and complain when somebody had that faggot backed into a corner. And that's the way it goes. And for you to model yourself after him, holy shit, that is even more retarded. I would have accepted a Hassan Piker. I would have accepted a David fucking Pacman. But Destiny? Destiny regularly doesn't know what the fuck's going on. He just wants to argue differing from your fucking point. And he'll try to trip you up in language to make you say something or to insinuate you said something you didn't, or that your ideas are somehow neo-Nazi, white supremacist, fascist. Which is why I called that out at the beginning. You insinuated I said something. You put past tense onto it. No. I was predicting, which is why I said, gonna. You're too fucking stupid to call human. But it was fun. It was fun. My wife was mad at me. And I'll just say this. Worth it. Fucking worth it. Years and years of built up frustration and everything just popped. It wasn't every bit of it. It'll never be every bit of it because I'm an angry-ass individual. But yeah, I woke up this morning and I went to work and I wasn't raging out about having to fix everybody else's fuck-ups because they're too goddamn stupid. Wednesday, I took a break. I just played by myself. I sat there all fucking night on the stupidest play. I didn't worry about shit. I feel good. What up, Rhonda? How you doing, ma'am? Yeah, don't watch Tuesday's episode, Rhonda. Unless you just want to hear me for 2 hours just yell at a fucking retard who's just trying to cry and whine and be a victim while saying I'm a white supremacist. It's fucking retarded. But I got my demons out. Or for a bit, anyway. All right, let's get into this shit. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen.
Seeing no other motions, the question is on reporting of an original resolution regarding contempt of Congress. The clerk will call the roll.
Senator Johnson.
Yes.
Senator Langford.
Aye.
Senator Scott.
Yes.
Senator Hawley.
Aye.
Senator Moreno.
On behalf of the millions of people harmed by Anthony Fauci, resoundingly yes.
Senator Ernst. Aye. Senator Moody. Aye. Senator Peters.
No.
Senator Hassan.
No.
Senator Blumenthal.
No.
Senator Fetterman. No. Senator Kim.
No.
Fetterman said no. Fetterman has said no. But yet somehow this dude is actually, he's a far-right white supremacist kind of dude. Fetterman said no to criminally fucking sending a criminal referral to the DOJ for contempt of Congress. I mean, it's not a big issue, but come on, man. I thought that stroke was supposed to fucking fix you. How'd this happen?
Senator Gallego.
No by proxy.
Senator Slotkin.
No by proxy.
Senator Paul.
Yes.
2 no by proxies. So the Senate can still vote without being in session? Huh. I mean, the House fixed that. I think the Senate should too, right? I mean, how many times have we seen them without fucking quorum still voting on shit and it's just like 1, 2, maybe 3 people vote all together?
Mr. Chairman, on the vote of those present, the yeas are 8, the nays are 5. On the vote by proxy, and for the record only, the yeas are 0, the nays are 2. On this vote, the
I wouldn't. I don't think he is. Boom, boom. Oh, like on things that really don't matter that much in the long run. I mean, I'm not gonna say this doesn't matter, but in the long run of shit, he votes Democrat. But on things that really actually do matter, he votes against the Democrats. I mean, you still got to play ball, right? You can't be primaried, walk in there and just be like, nope, I'm fucking going to vote all Republican being a goddamn Democrat. Which, Vanessa, I'm going to have to tell you the same thing. Should you win, ma'am? Choose your battles, and when you step away, you can affect change. You just got to be there more than one fucking term. Anyway.
yeas are 8, the nays are 5, and the motion is agreed.
Seeing no other motions, the question is on.
So, yeah, the motion's agreed to. Criminal referral over for fucking Fauci. Look. We all know this motherfucker ain't going down for what he did. We all know the biological warfare he unleashed on mankind, the entire goddamned planet. And I do say it was him. And because gain of function research was made illegal and he funded it anyway. And the shit he was funding is what infected the world. It wouldn't have happened had he just actually did what he was told not to do and not fuck around with the genomes of viruses. I don't know, call me fucking crazy, but if you're not doing that shit, the problem doesn't exist, does it? Oh, well, you need to find cures just in case it does. Just in case. And then we wind up in this problem, where it wouldn't have existed anyway if your ass didn't say just in case. Like the fucking Pandora virus. Like, can we talk about that for a fucking second? Now, check this out. We're going to squirrel out for a second. Now, this one is a fucking warning shot across the goddamned bow, ladies and gentlemen.
This is a Pandora virus, the largest virus known to science. It's so big that you can see it under a basic microscope. Only 7% of the genes in this virus match up to those in existing database. And with a genome of 2.5 million base pairs and a library of over 2,500 different genes, this virus represents a Pandora's box of unknown potential. This genus was first discovered in the waters off the coast of Chile. But these viruses are ancient, with one species being revived from the permafrost after lying dormant for 48,000 years. But don't panic. Despite their
Hold the fuck up! Do you mean to tell me this motherfucker was frozen for 48,000 years and you revived it? Hold on. There's only one saving grace to this whole situation, but it gets worse.
ominous name, Pandora viruses only infect amoeba, and so pose no real threat to humans. But it just goes to show how little we know about the microbial world surrounding us, and more importantly, what might be lurking beneath the thawing permafrost.
See, here's the thing. This virus is so large, it can't actually hurt you as a human being, right? It can only infect single-celled organisms like amoebas, things like that, right? Bacteria itself. When they found this and revived it in the Siberian permafrost, they also found like 12,000 other fucking viruses back from the fucking the Ice Age. You know, when dinosaurs were walking the fucking earth and shit like that? Yeah. Now I understand studying these things, making sure that if they are actually released because the permafrost melts or something like that, if this is an actual thing, yeah, we do kind of need to be ready for it. But you don't need to be taking this thing and say, how the fuck do we infect humans with it? Let's find out. Can we fucking not? But that's what Fauci did. But Rand Paul, and say what you will about Rand Paul, on big things, on things like this, I do back the man because morally in his arguments, he is correct.
Senator Jacob with TMZ, what do you say to people who think you're just trying to find a fall guy in all this, and that's why you're going after Fauci?
1 million people died in America. I think they deserve answers. Many of these people died alone. It was just disgraceful. Virtually all of these policies came from one man who's now pled the fifth 111 times. I think the members of the families that lost loved ones deserve answers.
But then shouldn't we just try to find the root cause for all of this? Like, why not try to find...
What do you mean? We know the real cause for all of this. He was doing gain-of-function research. The virus was released from the Wuhan fucking lab with his fingerprint all the fuck over it. And he wasn't even supposed to be doing it in the first goddamn place. Supposedly millions of people died around the fucking world because this motherfucker was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing and he knew it. What do you mean? We should find the answers as to how this happened. We got it figured the fuck out. Now, are you talking about how it happened? How it was released from the lab? Whether it was an accident or purposeful? I mean, that's going to come later, right? The first step to acknowledging a problem is there is a problem. Motherfucker did something he wasn't supposed to do in the first goddamn place. And millions of people across the fucking world died for it. I mean, isn't that a crime against humanity?
For you now, if you want to debate somebody, there's a lot of people.
I'm not looking to debate. I'm just saying, why don't we give him immunity so then we can find...
Why don't you give him immunity for killing millions of people worldwide? I mean, shit, Hitler did it because it was just a certain class of people. Mao did it because you weren't bowing down to his fucking feet. And even if you were, he was doing it just because. But we need to give somebody who killed millions of fucking people around the world immunity so we can find out what happened after we found out what happened. Do you understand the retardation that's going through your fucking mouth at this point in time? You're sitting there asking me to give immunity to a man that killed millions across the world for doing something he wasn't supposed to do because you want to find out what happened after we found out what happened. Get the fuck out of my face, TMZ.
For his life, God. Keep giving him strength. Give him
Why not give him immunity so then we can find out the root cause from what really happened?
Mr. Chairman, what are the plans for that?
Senator.
The retardation just never fucking stops, ladies and gentlemen. It never fucking stops. We need to give the man immunity because he killed millions of people and we need to find out how he did it, but we know how he did it. That's why he was brought in to testify, because they know how he fucking did it. That's why Joe Biden gave him the fucking pardon from the goddamn auto pen, because we know how he did it. What the fuck are you talking about? Give immunity to a man for something we know he fucking did just because you want every bit of proof something's classified right now? Because everything we've given you doesn't prove anything to you? The money trail doesn't prove it. The email saying, hey, this has your fingerprints written all over it, bitch. What are we gonna do? Oh, no. We'll just cover it up. The making up all the goddamn rules. The no mask, wear a mask, 2 masks, 3 masks. Now, 3 masks is too much. 2 will be just fine. The closing and shuttering of our schools so that our kids are goddamned retarded. This man shut the entire goddamned world down, and he wasn't supposed to be even fucking with anything in the first damn place. I mean, it's bad enough he let sandflies eat the fuck out of beagles' faces while they screamed and cut the vocal cords because they were screaming too much. What the fuck do you think this man is gonna do with a virus that can kill millions across the fucking world? Oh. Can't look away from the fact that it was actually fucking planned to be released because, hey, crisis. Oh, everybody's got to be locked down. Change election laws. All of a sudden, Trump's out. This sounds fishy as fuck, don't it? But you never let a crisis go to waste. You just always fucking go nuclear fucking Armageddon on it, right? Remember that? The vaccine was safe and effective? You remember that shit? Oh, it was 100%. You take the first jab, you'll never get COVID no matter fucking what. Oh, wait, now you gotta take 2. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? It was 90% effective then. I'm sorry, 95. Now you gotta take 2 just to be sure. Oh shit, it's 90%. Oh shit, it's 70%. Oh shit, it's 50%. Oh shit, motherfuckers are dying. Cover it up. Oh, we spent 20 years on this technology to make this mRNA for the fucking COVID virus that we manufactured. Oh shit. The fucking vaccine was killing more people than the virus. Wait. Wasn't it Bill Gates that said you control the population through vaccines? You don't think Fauci and Bill Gates had some kind of conversation together, did they? Can we prove that link? Can we prove there's a link between there somewhere? I mean, it doesn't even need to be a link. It's kind of like a cult personality, right? The whole, look, you're even getting me on board with it because there are too many stupid people in existence, but I know full fucking well it's wrong. The amount of stupid people in this fucking world has me saying that, yeah, maybe Bill Gates is right. Yeah. Maybe the Georgia Guidestones should have stayed the fuck up. Humankind is fucking retarded. And we have made ourselves that way. But anyway. Look, CNN's Eli Honig was forced to admit Dr. Anthony Fauci could face criminal charges after Senate committee voted to hold him in contempt of Congress. Holy shit, even CNN is saying it?
This is a very pedantic question, but what is the difference between the power that Congress has legally,
alias?
or in this case, a congressional committee, and
yesterday.
a court of law?
Right. So right now, Dr. Fauci is in, I would say, contempt of Congress, sorta. He's more like in contempt of one committee of Congress. So first of all, ordinarily, the way this goes.
Okay, so we're just frozen?
And we've seen various contempt motions over the past several years. First, the committee votes. If it gets through the committee, then it goes to the full House or the full Senate. Apparently, Senator Rand Paul.
Whoever the fuck was recording this, let's see if it freezes again. I want to go back. Maybe that was just my computer, but if it freezes again, I know what happened. Hold on.
So right now, Dr. Fauci is in, I would say, contempt of Congress, sorta. He's more like in contempt of one.
I know why it froze the screen. I know why it froze the screen. Whoever was recording this was using something like OBS or XSplit or, the software that I use to actually stream. And they maximized something on their screen. They were doing a display, or not a display capture, a screen capture. They linked it to this screen, whatever this was playing. And they brought something up over that in a maximized screen. Because when you do that, it will still display that screen, but that screen is not playing. It's sitting in the background. So it freezes everything. You still hear the audio, but the visual is frozen. That's exactly what that was. Okay, let's go back. I'm sorry. Let's rewind. I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. All right, let's go.
This is a very pedantic question, but what is the difference between the power that Congress has legally, or in this case, a congressional committee, and a court of law?
Right. So right now, Dr. Fauci is in, I would say, contempt of Congress, sorta. He's more like in contempt of one committee of Congress. So first of all, ordinarily, the way this goes, and we've seen various contempt motions over the past several years. First, the committee votes. If it gets through the committee, then it goes to the full House or the full Senate. Apparently, Senator Rand Paul believes that he doesn't need to bring it. He doesn't want to bring it to the full Senate. Why that may be, I'll leave to Manu and our congressional experts. But Dr.
Because you would filibuster the ever-loving fuck out of it? Why does he not want to bring it to the full Senate? Because we would get another 26-hour speech from Cory fucking Booker before we even tried to vote on it?
Fauci has not been indicted right now. He's not under any criminal charge for contempt. But what happens now is going to be the really important decision. It goes over to the Justice Department, specifically by law, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, Jeanine Pirro, who's made a lot of news recently over the Reflecting Pool case. She, presumably along with the Attorney General, will make a decision. Do we bring a criminal contempt prosecution against Dr. Fauci? This has been done in different circumstances, but in recent memory. For example, Peter Navarro and Steve Bannon both were prosecuted, they were indicted, they were tried, they were convicted, and both went to prison for 4 months for contempt of Congress in relation to the January 6th investigation back in 2022-23. So this is real. I mean, the stakes here for Dr. Fauci could potentially be, depending what DOJ decides, a criminal indictment and prosecution.
And this is because...
Lock the fucker up. It'll only be for a couple fucking months. I don't care. Because let's be fucking honest, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we're going to get out of this. You understand that, right? For killing millions of motherfuckers across the goddamn world, Anthony Fauci will go to prison for contempt of Congress. Nothing else. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, we did something, right? We locked up the bad guy. But that's not that's Abdul Syed. Yeah, that's out of place. My bad. Check this out. Even fucking Stephen Smith is pissed about this shit. This dude is slow on the uptake for everything. I'm not gonna lie. But dude, you are fucking dumb. But even the stupid are pissed.
Do I think that he should be embarrassed for the self-adulation that he engaged in? You damn right I do. Because some of the things that he was telling us to do was inconsistent.
I'm just going to say this. I know it's a thing for me, too. I sweat a lot. But this flop sweat you got going on, I know your blood pressure's up, dude. Yeah, I get it. You're pissed. You're pissed. I know your blood pressure's up. This is a state that I actually like to see chunk yogurt in. Because that means he's really fucking pissed. It means he's number one, he's passionate about what he's saying, but he's really pissed because you're beating him. So when you get to this flop sweat situation, which with Stephen Smith, he does the same, but it's not because you're beating him. It's because he's actually fucking pissed. But yeah, let me rewind it for you.
Do I think that he should be embarrassed for the self-adulation that he engaged in? You damn right I do. Because some of the things that he was telling us to do was inconsistent with science, but he was telling us it was science that led to him making the decisions that he made. Masking, 6 feet distancing, the closing of businesses, forcing businesses to push those mandates upon people like me and others. Because I took the vaccine, and I took a booster, and I wore a mask.
And you were told the entire time it's bullshit. But you were so much of a pussy scared bitch to even look at the actual information and realize, hey, they're fucking lying to me. But I was so scared of killing grandma that I did it anyway. And now I look like a fucking asshat for telling everybody, do your duty because you're killing grandma.
And we were told, hey, you ain't going to get COVID if you do that. And I got COVID. And damn it, it almost killed me. Going into 2022, I'm in the hospital 90 minutes before the ball is about to drop. And the doctor says, we've been at this for 3+ weeks. You got double pneumonia. You look really bad. If this antibiotic and this steroid does not work, Mr. Smith, I'm sorry, we're going to have to call your family. It looks that bad, but we should know in 3 hours. And through the grace of God, 3 hours later, I felt better after they gave me that steroid and that antibiotic.
Hey, check it out, faggot. Had you have gotten, like, you know, all the shit that they removed from the treatment, had you have taken ivermectin. Ivermectin was showing really good signs of inhibiting the fucking virus spread through your body. And they removed it. Why? Because the shot and the booster that you were taking wouldn't have been federally approved for emergency use if there was another treatment available that was showing promising results. You were told that. And your bitch ass flipped out on the idea of it because Fauci was the science. Do I fucking care that you're pissed because you were fucking lied to? No. Because the ones that were telling you the truth were the ones you condemned. The ones that were trying to offer up the actual evidence to prove their fucking claim was the ones you silenced. So, do I feel bad for you? No. But I am just as pissed. And I welcome the fucking anger. But get back into your fucking place where you actually belong, because you were not on the side of actual truth. You were on the side of do as you're fucking told. That was on you, sir.
But those were the longest 3 hours of my life because I thought it was over. And I remember I had done exactly what Dr. Anthony Fauci was imploring us all to do.
You were told what to do, and you complied. At the same time, screaming about black people and them being murdered in the streets and being treated like shit. The federal government, who has been the biggest fucking perpetrator of all the bullshit you say about black people. You listen to the federal fucking government. Hey, asshole, you remember when Kamala Harris and every fucking Democrat said, if Trump is the president, I'm not going to get the jab? And then they took office and then the jab was mandatory. You had to fucking take it. Was that not a red flag to your fucking stupid ass? No? Oh, why? Because you were scared? You took compliance? You were given information that it's actually destroying your fucking immune system, and then you wind up with double pneumonia in the fucking hospital fighting for your life. Now, if what they were saying wasn't true, I'd be on your side. But the people that were silenced, the people that took fucking hits on YouTube and everything else because of all this shit, and yes, even I fucking did. Because I explored the idea of antiphospholipid syndrome being caused by a fucked up jab that tells your body to do something in a generic fucking format instead of individualized to the person. And then, years fucking later, ladies and gentlemen, Republican primaries, I streamed it on Voice of the People, and I streamed it on Off-Label. I swear to fucking God. And I can track it all back. The Voice of the People took a goddamn hit for medical misinformation, but Off-Label did not. And why? Because the Republican fucking primaries, the people that were actually on stage debating, started talking about the vaccine. I didn't say anything about it. Anything that would go beyond the terms of service. I didn't say anything about it, but because Voice of the People was hit with medical misinformation for asking, could antiphospholipid syndrome be the fucking problem? I was hit with medical misinformation for asking a goddamn question that I was right about. The blood clots, everything in the fucking vascular system. Antiphospholipid syndrome just, kind of fits that. Oh, guess what? It's a fucking side effect. Voice of the People channel took a hit. Off-Label didn't take a hit. After everything was announced, after they stopped all the censorship bullshit with that, after they did all that shit, I was still hit with a fucking flag for medical misinformation, and I didn't say a fucking thing. So do I give a shit about you? Do I give a shit about you crying and whining about how you were fighting for your life because you did everything you were told like a good little fucking soldier? No. No, because you didn't have the goddamn common sense to just for once think for your fucking faggot ass self. You didn't have the common sense to do so. You just went along to get along and to keep your fucking job. Bitch made motherfucking faggot. I threw my goddamn job to the fucking wind and stood up and said, I'm not taking that jab. You're gonna have to fire me. And then threw every bit of information to every single fucking person that was there in the meeting with me, which was half of our goddamn workforce. And this is why I'm not taking the jab. 1,223 people during the fucking trials died within the first 30 goddamn days, and over half did not recover within 90 days. And you want to force me to take something that may kill me, if not hurt me for the rest of my fucking life, because you want to go on the arsenal. Enjoy fighting that in court, bitch. But no, Faggot Smith here, it didn't have the wherewithal to do that. And instead of having that fucking fight, he winds up in the hospital fighting for his life, doing what he was told to do. So do I care? Absolutely fucking not. Why would I? You didn't listen. You demonized people just like me for telling you the fucking truth. You wound up going through it and realizing we were fucking right. And somehow I'm supposed to feel sorry for you because you realized we were right. Bitch, I'm going to look at you and say, I told you so. For the 19,000th goddamn fucking time. When will you ever learn? I love raging the fuck out with stupid shit like this. God damn it. It's addictive. Anyway. Also, well, they can monoclonals because they work better too. Oh, yeah. Monoclonal antibodies is actually what saved Joe Rogan. You remember how they actually changed the fucking saturation to make Joe Rogan look gray in that fucking video? To make him look like he was on his deathbed? You remember that shit, right? Never forget what the fuck they did to you, ladies and gentlemen. Never. If it's Trump's vax. All right, alias, let's put it. It is. It straight up is. It's Trump's vaccine. Operation Warp Speed. Blank checks given to every goddamn pharmaceutical to try to make a fucking vaccine. Anybody that was doing something, you had a blank fucking check to do whatever to get it under control. Hey, all the trials, all the regulations and everything. No, this is emergency. We got to get it out. Throw that out the fucking window. You cannot be prosecuted because you threw that out the window under my fucking direction. It's fucking Trump's vaccine, yes. The Democrats tried to hijack it. They ran with it. They pushed it. And it killed. I'm sorry, all the funding and everything happened under Democrat control, though. All of the bullshit that happened leading up to this was under Democrat control, though. Trump just greenlit the release of it. And do I blame him? Absolutely fucking correct. Is he the end-all be-all man at the fucking top for that? No. He was just a vessel to understand that, hey, we fucked up. And that tends to happen a lot with him, so I can't really fault him for that, but I will fault him for the fact that you gave them a fucking green light to goddamn do so. You gave them a blank check and said nobody can prosecute you no matter what. I can fault you for that shit. At Johnson & Johnson, Moderna, those motherfucking companies should be shut down for life. Never again can any single one of the people that were involved in the board of directors and the CEOs of that shit, never again can they see the light of day under the fucking prison cell, if not executed. Where was the concern and the ethical concern for human fucking life, knowing full fucking well what they created was killing people? But because they saw dollar signs, it's okay, right? Yep. Sorry, that's true. I worked essential in the entire pandemic, including overtime. Dude, I was just happy to have a job at that point in time, but just to find out motherfuckers were making more money than I was a week sitting at home doing nothing while my ass was out there putting myself at risk from getting COVID because I was deemed essential. I knew I wouldn't. Let's just be honest. I had it beforehand. I got at least fucking 6 months before my body actually starts to calm down enough to where I could be infected. I understand the way this game is played, but if it's as prominent as you say it is, I'm exposed to it every fucking day. So once my immune system knows how to handle it, and I'm taking it in on a daily goddamn basis, my immune system gets stronger. Turning something that would damn near fucking kill me, felt like it was killing me 2 years later, into a hangover. And I'm unjabbed. But Stephen A. Smith, well, that bitch made motherfucker. Hey, he took the jab. He took the booster. He did everything he was told, and he fought for his life. I'm glad you're still here. Don't get me fucking wrong, dude, but maybe once you might just listen and start looking into shit. Even if you're not smart enough to understand what you're talking about on a biological level, how about you? Holy shit. My whole system just, the encoder fucked up and crashed out. Are you telling me? Don't tell me my video card's going bad. God. I mean, it is about that time, though, right? Shit. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back at all? Let me see. Live. Go back into the come on. Yep. 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 No. Did YouTube start another one? Come on. Yep. No. Yep. Hell yeah. All right, we caught it. I know that sounded country shit, right? Hell yeah! All right, let me fix my camera. As soon as this is done here. But yeah. Sorry, that kind of fucked up everything, didn't it? Where is theater map? There we go. Over. Now I gotta get everything set the fuck back up again. See, I hate you. I hate you. I hate when this fucking happens. Look, now everything's coming back. Everything's all fucky on my screens right now. Holy shit. This happens. What video card are you running? You're on, but it's choppy. This seems like a connection issue from the side. I mean, I'm running good. What video card am I running? It is a, oh, look, I fucked up the camera even more. It's a 4060, NVIDIA 4060. It ain't really shit, but I've been having problems with everything. And so there's something fucking up along the way. I have replaced damn near... The only thing that has not been replaced in my computer is the video card and the Go XLR board. The microphone couldn't be causing any of that. I've taken out the cloud lifter for the gain and the massive amounts of power that would be drawn from trying to upgrade that. Nothing else. As much diagnosis as I had done in this machine, that was the one thing I was hoping it fucking was not. Oh, it's not Rumble. Refresh. I'm back. I'm going to put that in YouTube too. All right. But anyway, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to stay on both sides tonight. Yep. We're going to stay on both sides tonight. Fuck it. My apologies for that. But I do have to bring it home for a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I've been telling you about this migrant situation in Alabama because of what I've seen and everything like that. Check this shit out.
Graduated high school, now in ICE custody. It's where we start. A 19-year-old who just recently graduated high school, now in ICE custody. It's where we start. I'm Kenesha Dees. A Russellville community is rallying as his family prepares for the legal process ahead. Friends, teachers, and members of his church doing what they can to help. Fox 54's Valentina Chalala has this story.
While Juan Alberto Kim's immigration case moves through the legal process, those who know him say they're focused on who they know him to be, a hard worker, a volunteer, and a recent high school graduate. Kim graduated from Russellville High School just a few months ago. On his way to work in Littleville on July 29th, he was stopped by law enforcement for following another vehicle too close. That's when officers discovered he did not have a driver's license and was not in the United States legally.
So the dude just graduated high school. He got a job. He was going to work. Got pulled over because he was following another person too closely. It didn't have a driver's license and was here illegally. He just finished high school and he's employed.
His pastor, Jose Manuel Sanchez, says Kim called him after he was detained, and he immediately drove to Littleville to help. I spoke with the official.
This is his fucking pastor. The fucking pastor doesn't speak English.
I explained that he's a good kid, he has no criminal record, he's a man who loves God. But at that point, law enforcement could not do anything, and they told me he automatically was going into the custody of ICE. Sanchez's wife, Yolanda, says they asked if they could take Juan's car, but were told it had already been taken into the county's custody. Days later, members of his church, Iglesia Betania, gathered to pray for Kim and his family, while raising money to help with legal expenses. If he gets deported back to his country, he will be alone. His parents.
So you got another bitch who's advocating for this kid. Again, not a lick of fucking English. Again, listen to what this bitch is. No, he shouldn't be deported for being here illegally because he graduated high school and he was going to his job. But he has no ID. He's driving on our fucking streets and he's here illegally.
Family while raising money to help with legal expenses.
Wait a minute.
The ICE.
Sanchez's wife Yolanda says they asked if they could take Juan's car, but were told it had already been taken into the county's custody. Days later, members of his church, Iglesia Betania, gathered to pray for Kim and his family while raising money to help with legal expenses.
Prácticamente.
If he gets deported,
So illegal motherfuckers gathered around to raise money. To save an illegal motherfucker?
deported back to his country, he will be alone. His parents and siblings are all in the city of Russellville.
Look, I understand my area is completely fucking stupid like the rest of the goddamn country. But there ain't no motherfucking way you're going to sit here an illegal alien that does not have a driver's license. He went to fucking high school, graduated from a high school. You deport him. He's going to be away from his illegal alien family that's right here in Russellville. Bitch! I want you all to understand the stupidity behind that. The child is an illegal alien, which means he came here after he was fucking born. How did he come here illegally as a child and go through our school system illegally as a child if his parents were legal citizens? But no, you can't deport him because he's going to be away from his family. That's also right here in Russellville. So you just gave up the family for being illegal immigrants themselves, too.
One of Juan's former teachers, Jill Bonds, says she's heartbroken watching his family go through this.
He's still somebody's baby. And to be removed from that situation, removed from his friends, my heart was definitely pulled for him.
I don't give a fuck about his friends. Oh, what? I lost friends all the fucking time when I was in school, too. I lost friends on a daily fucking basis. But that's what happens when you grow up and grow older and just move the fuck on in life. You lose the friends that just fall off along the way. I don't give a fuck about them. What I give a fuck about is our goddamn local news station said this kid was picked up for being an illegal alien, and his fucking mother or his friends of the family are saying every single fucking one of them is illegal, and they're right here. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it. Look, the median IQ. Let's do this. I do it all the time with this one. Just setting this up. The median IQ of Black America, approximately 85. Mexican. I misspelled Mexican. The median IQ of Mexican American children in a historical study was 80.5. That explains why you told on yourself. Holy shit, you think telling on yourself is actually going to save you in this situation? Just to finish it off. To polish it off. Average median IQ of white Americans is typically reported between 100 and 103. So white people in America are more intelligent. Now, if you put them up against Asians, let's see. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a sad situation altogether. God damn. Data on the median IQ varies by source and demographic breakdown, but recent studies suggest a range between 102 to 108. Not much more. There is a big difference. From 100 and 102, there is actually a big difference. The higher you go up on the scale, the bigger the spread is with actual intelligence. And you wonder why white people and Asians are discriminated against no matter fucking what? Apparently, we're the fucking smartest. Anyway.
That situation has kind of happened a few times because of the high Hispanic population in Russellville.
Yolanda says during phone calls, Keem sounds scared. She says officials have encouraged him to sign paperwork agreeing.
This bitch just said, hey, this fucking area is overrun by Mexicans. I'm sorry. Russellville, goddamn, you are making the country bumpkin. You are literally putting Alabama on the map for everything they say you are. Number one, you got a kid that is pulled over, doesn't have a license, here illegally. He gets arrested and flagged for deportation. A family member says, it comes on TV and says, you can't fucking get rid of him because he doesn't have any family. His family is right here in Russellville. And then a fucking teacher for Russellville says, hey, this area is overrun by Mexicans. God damn it, Alabama. The stereotypes exist for a reason, do they not? Holy shit. You can't be this fucking stupid. Apparently you are.
To deportation, but his family has advised him not to as they continue to pursue legal options. Juan's worship leader, Christian Sanchez, says he believes Keem's detention sends the wrong message.
He's been here for 10, 11 years with no criminal record. So
the kid just graduated fucking high school and he's been here half his fucking life. And he's illegal. Which means his parents are too. You can't make this shit up, dude. They're just telling on themselves now. They're literally telling on themselves to make you feel sorry for them.
I feel like ICE.
Listen, man, I live in Detroit and all the Mexicans live by the river and the Canadian border. All the Muslims live closest to Metro Airport. Go figure that shit, right? But the Muslims are the actual fucking problem. I will admit. Okay, illegal Mexicans, yeah, that is a problem. It's always been a problem. We've known that's been a problem this entire damn time. We just turned a blind eye to it. Because what did they do? They built our shit. They plowed our fields. They did everything the Democrats wanted the cheap slave labor for. I'll give them that credit. But the Muslims? They're a goddamn bigger threat than the motherfuckers who'd cross a fucking river. All right? I'm just going to say that. I suddenly don't care less about Mexicans than I do about the Muslims in Dearborn who were taking over the entire goddamn state of Michigan, apparently. I suddenly don't give a fuck about illegal Mexicans anymore. Which is amazing.
Needs to target people who are, a threat to our community and not people like him because he adds to our community.
According to Sanchez, Scheme is currently being held in an ICE detention facility in Birmingham, where he's expected to be transferred to Louisiana as his immigration case continues. In Russellville, I'm Valentina Chalala, Fox 54 News.
Yeah, not arguing that at all. You can't. We were raging out 10 years ago about all the illegal alien Mexicans being in here, taking up our fucking construction jobs, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit, everybody else is doing it. No, they're taking the fuck over. Hey, Mexicans, y'all are okay. You see how quickly that shit flipped for America? Fuck.
A GoFundMe created by a family friend has now raised more than $8,000 to help cover Juan's legal expenses.
I know you're trying to play it up, man. GoFundMe, $8,000. You got a white woman who says the N-word to a child, she gets $1 million. You got a black man that stabs another white man in the fucking heart just because, he gets $1 million. An illegal alien who, granted, did nothing fucking wrong. Grew up in America, supposedly, as I can tell, as an American. And he gets $8,000 goddamn dollars. Dude, you can't make this shit up. This is this is one of the best times to be alive right now. I'm frustrated. I'm an angry ass fucking dude. I get it. Cool. But you can't make this shit up. So, we're not done yet, but let's recap. From what I've brought to you on this channel, you got the hide your kids, hide your wives because they raping everybody up in here. You got the strutting that ass because they talking about walking to Gunnersville, Alabama. You got a motherfucker who was raided because he was a Chinese fucking national. They go into the restaurant he owns to arrest him and find 7 other Mexican illegals. And then you got this shit. Alabama, if nothing else, you are entertaining as fuck. Holy shit. What a time to be alive, ladies and gentlemen. What a time to be alive. Got to bring this up as well, because no, that child wasn't born here in the United States. He came here legally. But for those that are, you got something you need to worry about right now. Trump signs 2 executive orders to ban birthright tourism and crack down on the abuse of birthright citizenship. You know what this means, right? All those people who are going through the birthright tourism from Chinese nationals that are coming here to have kids with in vitro fertilization, if they don't have to pay because they're not getting the baby. So now you have a Chinese baby for no fucking reason. Maybe I'll do the Muslim brother. I mean, I got little segments on that. I mean, if you want to do the whole thing, we can. But check this out. The First Order identifies certain categories of children of aliens who were not entitled to birthright citizenship consistent with historical expectations recognized by the Supreme Court in Trump versus Barbara. The Second Order gives presidential authorities to the Secretary of State and Secretary of Homeland Security, allowing them to halt birthright tourism. Isn't that Rubio and Hegseth? You gave your authorities to other fucking people to do this shit. Like every other fucking president, haven't the Congress given more fucking powers to the president to do as he sees fit until all of a sudden Trump came into office and now he's abusing that. You know what? I raged out the fact that he wasn't trying hard enough when he got the... He just said, okay, if you abused your power, I'm going to do the same. Hey, y'all motherfuckers have control. The same fucking control as the president has over this matter alone. This might be the two most consequential executive orders signed by the presidency.
Dealing with on birthright citizenship, we had a very unfortunate decision in the Supreme Court concerning birthright. It was close, but a very, very unfortunate decision. So we're making adjustments because it's very unfair. This was done for a different reason.
I'm just going to say this. Apparently, I'm making a stink on fucking Rumble, dude. I'm making a stink on Rumble. Not only, ladies and gentlemen, does this have, at this channel right here, have 5 people that have been trolls, have come in here and bullshit, and now they're fucking watching. Possibly a 6th, considering what happened the other day. Not only that, but I have people that rage out in the fucking comment section of other things. Literally a goddamned month later coming back to make fucking comments on my shit again, which means Destiny 12. And this is why I'm putting all this together. It's all making sense. That there is a person who's named Destiny 12 on Rumble. That this dude came into a short. I made a comment. The motherfucker came back every 2 hours like clockwork to make a fucking comment on 4 different fucking shorts that I had made. And then we got somebody who showed up the other day that was using Destiny's debate tactics. He changed his fucking name to the guy who slept with the richest wife so he could argue with you in the chat and you wouldn't be none the fucking wiser. Please humor me and pull up the Cuban average IQ and Puerto Rico average IQ so I can clip this to send it. All right, TRP, all right. Average. I'm going to word it the same. IQ of Cuban Americans. Average IQ of Cuban Americans is estimated at 94. I mean, you're just right behind the white people. Ah, that's bad. You're doing better than most, though, apparently. I can't spell Puerto Rican. Verifying I'm not a bot. Yes, Brave, I'm not a bot. I've done this way many fucking 2 times. 84 to 89. 84.7 to 89. So, not that far behind. But I will say, Davey is above that 89. He is in the top 50%. All right? Which is fucking weird for Davey. But he's in the top 50%. All right, let's go. Let's go back. Let's go back. I'm sorry. Let me start this over. I got to pee. I'll be right back.
Dealing with on birthright citizenship, we had a very unfortunate decision in the Supreme Court concerning birthright. It was close, but a very, very unfortunate decision. So we're making adjustments because it's very unfair. This was done for a different reason. This was done right after the Civil War. This was for the babies of slaves. And what's happening now, people are building businesses around it. From wealthy people are building businesses around birthright citizenship. That's not the way it was supposed to work. It's a disgrace. They're buying their way in, and we're not going to let it happen. So, Steve, if you will, please.
Yes, so today the President signed these 2 executive orders here relating to birthright citizenship and birth tourism. As the President mentioned, the 14th Amendment was passed exclusively in the aftermath of the Civil War to ensure that the children of slaves would be citizens. It had no other meaning and purpose outside of that. And that's been clear, obviously, since the day that it was passed.
I had to inform my son-in-law that he is legit an anchor baby. His mom didn't know she was pregnant when she came here illegally over 40 years ago. God damn! He was so disappointed. He's legitimately shamed about it. No, see what you need to do. Okay, so he was born here. He's an anchor baby. That has nothing to do with you, sir. Because by all rights, you are an American citizen. You are one of us. Your mom did it in a fucked up way. I get it. Doesn't mean you have to be that fucked up person, right? Yeah, you came here legally. Illegally, you are an anchor baby. You didn't know it. You came through. You grew up here. For 40 fucking years you've been here. Why should you be ashamed of something you had no control over? I mean, I could understand if you walked across the border yourself. I could even understand you being ashamed if you did it while you were alive. But you popped out here. That was your mother. Not you. And for your entire life, you've thought you were an American citizen. And by all rights, you are. You grew up as us. You are us. Don't make anybody regret the fact that that happened. And we'll be okay. There you go, Rhonda.
You can go back and you can read the congressional debates. This is not something that's even seriously contested by anybody. The President is using his authority as Commander-in-Chief to sign first an executive order using the new ruling the Supreme Court issued to expand the definitions of people who are ineligible for birthright citizenship.
94, way higher than I thought. Still too stupid to keep being a commie country, though. Well, see, hold on. Alias. We gotta separate that. Because you're talking about the country. Estimates of the average IQ of people in Cuba themselves vary significantly, depending on data sources ranging from an IQ of 85 to 109. We also sat here and I showed you how they actually tried to say that the average IQ of Black America is 85, but it jumped to 91 during BLM. There is a difference between a Cuban American and a Cuban, IQ-wise. But yeah. I mean, you can't separate the two, right? Well, you have to separate the two. And you can't just say, hey, the Cubans, they live under fucking who live in Cuban are just as smart as the American Cubans who came up here learning the same shit we did. There is a difference, apparently. Holy shit, that is a good one. That was a good one. The fact that you tried to say just the whole country is... Yeah, that made me look. Oh my God. So America is good at something. We educate the stupid. God damn it. That means we are stupid. Because if you educate the stupid to be a better race of people, then you have to reach the stupid to be able to educate them to understand that 2 + 2 = fucking 4. But hey, there are some geniuses among us who can bring it down to an absolutely like 40 IQ level for anybody and everybody to understand. Maybe. Okay, so we educate the world? No, we don't. No, we don't. Don't get yourself full of that shit. But why birthright citizenship is a bad thing has nothing to do with the Mexicans. Dearborn, Michigan, ladies. Your religion requires you to hide your face and beat yourself in the head. We've been warning you about Dearborn, Michigan since before the Islamists have popped up. Since before we've been warning you about this shit from the very fucking beginning. We were here a year before anybody else. We were talking about Dearborn, Michigan a year before anybody fucking else was. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here the fuck we are. Look, something must be done about the intentional Islamic takeover of America. Muslim mayors now lead New York City, Dearborn, and other cities. Dozens more hold elected office. Egypt was 90% Christian. Islam arrived. Now 90% Muslim. America's next.
Invasion happening in America right now, whether you see it or not. The mayor of New York City is a Muslim. The mayor of Dearborn, Michigan is a Muslim. The mayor of St. Louis Park is a Muslim. And the mayor candidate of Minneapolis is a Muslim. Islam for the last 1,400 years have never coexisted with any people, any color, any tribe. And I'm not just talking out of, what I'm educated on. I'm talking from experience. You see, I grew up in Egypt, and Egypt 1,400 years ago was a Christian country. We were 90% Christian 1,400 years ago until Islam came in our country. They conquered it. They burnt our churches, killed our men, raped the women, took the kids, and turned them Muslim. And now Egypt is 90% Muslim and 10% Christian. So I'm coming to you.
The motherfuckers preaching it like it's a good thing, though. Islam came in, they killed the men, raped the women, and now we have taken over Egypt. So we're here to do it in the United States. He's ecstatic. He's exuberated about this.
You from the future to warn you that America might end up this way if the men of America do not wake up.
America better wake up to the Islamic takeover of our country, because they are running for office and they are getting elected. There are roughly 25 Muslim mayors throughout America. There
10
are
to
about
25.
230
At 10 to 25, this is AI saying it. Let's give it a median fucking range. Okay, 10 to 25, we're talking about 15. That's 7.5. So it's 17, 18.
5 Muslim elected officials at the state, local, and federal level. And just in 2025 alone, 42 additional Muslims were elected. And we have 4 current Muslim members of Congress. And these numbers are going to continue to grow because they get over here and the whole plan is to run for office and get elected and install Sharia law. We really need to put a stop to this because if we don't, the Muslim Brotherhood plan to run for office and get all their candidates elected and take over our country is going to work.
He's right. He's fucking right. And I'll show you why. New York fucking City, ladies and gentlemen. Did I get a haircut? Yes, I did, gentlemen. Thank you for the donut. I'm going to be honest. What I did was I put in a number 8 guard on a pair of clippers. It's been hell trying to find a good barber. All right. A lot of people have... Most of my fucking childhood, I went to the same single barber in Fayetteville, Tennessee, right? Even when I moved in with my wife here in where I'm living in, close to Huntsville, Alabama, I would still travel at least once a month, once every 2 months, depending on if time was a thing, if I could go there, afford it, and everything. I would still go back to get my... He fucking retired. Then I found another excellent fucking barber. Miss K, I appreciate the fuck out of you, man. She went to 1 fucking day a week. And it's a Tuesday. I have gone through... I tried that supercut shit. Check this out. I walked in there and I said the same thing I always do to every other fucking barber. I tried supercuts one time. I said, I want 1.5 inches on top. Taper the back and sides off. I walk out there. Half of my head fucking shaved. All right. Look. The left side at my ear line. The right side was half up my ear line. Yo, they fucked me up. That was the 3rd person I have ever gone to since I've been able to fucking remember that cut my hair, and you fucked it up. I have yet to find any. I've found some. Like, there's a dude, like, right down the road who does an excellent fucking job. I'm not paying $40 fucking for a goddamn haircut every fucking month. Anyway, let's go back. This is New York City. Freshly graduated cosmetologist. No. How the fuck can you be off 1.5 inches, Rhonda? But this bitch wasn't cross-eyed. And then decide it looks fucking good. Knowing full fucking well I can see the difference.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
You know, I thought I'd see a lot of fucking stupid ass shit in New York City. Because, let's be honest, New York is retarded. There's a lot of fucking stupid ass people that live in New York City and the surrounding fucking areas. Never once in my 40 fucking years would I think Times fucking Square would be covered with Muslims praying. Holy fuck. But then again, what do you expect when you got retarded fucks like this that say being an illegal is not illegal?
Do you want amnesty for illegals and to abolish borders?
What are illegals?
Illegal immigrants, people that didn't respect our laws, borders, and sovereignty, entered the country without permission. Illegally.
I don't accept the premise of that question. There are folks who have documentation, but these are not criminal acts.
I don't accept the premise of that question. There are people who have documentation, but these are not criminal acts.
Excuse me, if you enter our country illegally, by definition, that is a criminal act. What do
you expect to happen when you got a whole goddamn city? Supposedly. Now, hold on. I do say supposedly. But what happens when you got a whole goddamn city of motherfuckers that are too goddamn stupid to understand that if you are not documented, that is illegal? What do you do with a population like that? Fell asleep just after the truth. It's bad. It's bad. Check this out. We spent decades fighting a Cold War with the Soviet Union. This comes from Stephen Miller. I choose my words carefully. I'm going to say this tonight. Sean, the Cold War has come home. It's here in America.
Decades fighting a Cold War with the Soviet Union. Now, I choose my words carefully, but I'm going to say this tonight. Sean, that Cold War has come home. It's here in America. This is the biggest, greatest, most existential struggle this country will ever face, Sean. Because if communists get control of House seats, then Senate seats, and governor's mansions, the American dream that for 250 years our heroes bled and died for is gone. And it won't come back because they will never let you get it back. President Trump is the only thing right now standing between the American people and that abyss. We spent decades fighting a Cold War with the Soviet Union.
You know the problem with this, Miller? I must say it. You said we spent decades fighting a civil war or fighting a Cold War with the Soviet Union. You started off the premise with Soviet Union. So again, to the retarded in the back, what does the Soviet Union have to do with the flood of Mexicans? What does the Soviet Union have to do with the flood of Haitians? What does the Soviet Union have to do with the flood of every other fucking country in existence since the Soviet Union does not exist anymore? Now, I get what you're saying, brother. I understand what you're saying, but you're also taking into the fact that every single person that hears your voice has the IQ to understand what you are saying. And you're fucking up on that. Dumb it the motherfuck down even further. Do I want you to? No. Absolutely fucking not. Because people like you who are actually of higher intelligence speaking these things will spark ideas in motherfuckers, and they'll go around saying some dumb shit to other people, and eventually they'll come across somebody like me who's just tired of retards existing and be like, bitch, he was talking about we had the fucking Cold War. Communism was on a goddamn fucking doorstep. And here we are, we've let it into our country. That's what the fuck he was saying. Let it to the people. Or you can do the better thing and dumb it the fuck down so the retards in the back understand what's being said. And this is why, seriously, this is one of the reasons why I love Tulsi Gabbard so fucking much. That the woman could take it above a level of my fucking intelligence and still hang with everybody till I'm fucking lost. But she could also dumb it down to the average, everyday layman motherfucker for them to understand exactly what the fuck she's saying. I don't have that capability. But there does need to be people who don't have that capability, who are going on TV saying these exact same things too. So, again, let's take it back. Let's take a look.
We spent decades fighting a Cold War with the Soviet Union. Now, I choose my words carefully, but I'm going to say this tonight. Sean, that Cold War has come home. It's here in America. This is the biggest, greatest, most existential struggle this country will ever face, Sean. Because if communists get control of House seats, then Senate seats, and governor's mansions, the American dream that for 250 years our heroes bled and died for is gone. And it won't come back because they will never let you get it back. President Trump is the only thing right now standing between the American people and that abyss.
Why do I say the things that I say? Okay, cool. This clip's going around. This clip's going viral. You started off saying the Russians are the problem and the Russians are now in our fucking homestead. It's not the Muslims we need to worry about, which is your point to this. It's not any of that. It's the Russians, because the Russians were involved in the Cold War. The Cuban Missile Crisis, that was Russian. So we have to look out for the Russians. So these Islamists, they're not a problem? Cool. We're still failing on that front because we have the fucking idea. You know what? Before we get to this, there's something else, because just shut up. Just shut up. There was something else I was actually going to get to for the Rumble Cut, but we're not doing the Rumble Cut. We're staying live for every bit of this. I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go tonight. Because I'm in that fucking mood. I'm happy. I understand. I'm completely in fucking check with everything. Yeah. But how about this? Ladies and gentlemen, we will count this as the Rumble Cut. Let's take this full screen. I had to restart my computer, so this has to come back up. God damn it. Let's see. We'll take this as the Rumble Cut. Y'all enjoy? Let's see. I saw that. And I wanted to bring that up. I thought that would be a great fucking intro from a Rumble Cut, which we're not doing. But I thought it'd be a great fucking intro to this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you remember Mom Donnie's saying he's going to freeze friend, he's going to do everything. He's going to give everything to New Yorkers. Everything's going to be free to New Yorkers. Just vote for him, right? And then, no, we can't fucking do that because our budget is exactly like fucking Mayor Adams said. We're majorly in fucking debt. I don't know how we're going to do this. Hey, Hochul, bail me out. I can't keep spending this way, so what do? I raise taxes on every single motherfucker because most fucking people in the state of New York City have a fucking house worth $1 million. And I'm talking house. I'm not talking about condos. I'm not talking about apartments. I'm not talking about that. Houses. And then he docks those motherfuckers. Again, let's hear it. That's a good one. I'm actually going to give it to you. Let me throw it in the chat for everybody. Look at that. Go check this out. Get that shit a like. That's a good one. I like that one. That's awesome. Because, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some more? Whatever the fuck? No, we're not.
You want to see who's getting the award? Come on, guys. I want some energy here.
I want y'all to understand. Look, check this out. This video is 1 minute and 19 seconds. Let's track this. Hold on. PT Pod, thank you for the raid. I appreciate the fuck out of you. Check this out, though. They're starting to fucking cuss and they had to bleep shit. Bob and Weave, how you doing? Grayson Realtor, what's up? The chatter is now. I want to tell you the chatter is snow, but that's not it. The chatter is now. But check this out. Before the motherfucker speaks, they have to bleep things on the fucking camera. Okay. So at about 18 seconds into the video, he says it's a pleasure to be here.
It's a real pleasure to be here. Happy National Night Out Against Crime. Congratulations, everyone. Thank you.
18 seconds to 43 seconds. This motherfucker was up there for a good 30 fucking seconds.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for some more dancing?
Are you ready for some more dancing?
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're not. Because they're booing the fucking mayor of New York City. That's supposed to be the best thing since sliced fucking bread, right? Do I give a fuck? Not really. Not really, because this motherfucker, Mayor Zoran Mamdani, sends cease and desist letters to Target and Amazon. Just check this out. He sent cease and desist letters to 40 major realtors, including Target and Amazon, over the sale of prohibited motorized scooters and e-bikes. You know, the thing that makes New York City... hold up. Wasn't that the New York City Karen who she was a pregnant woman getting off her shift at a hospital, rented an e-bike to go home, and then those black guys came up to her and it's just like, no, that's my bike. No, that's my bike, because they rode it up to that, docked it so they could wait 15 fucking minutes and pull it out and get another free ride. But in that 15 fucking minutes, somebody came up to that exact fucking bike while there's others the fuck around. Does somebody come up to that exact bike and try to take it out? Is she paid for it? Is she took it out of the rack? And then they slammed it back in to lock it back into place? So we want to create more of these New York City Karen incidents then, correct, Mom Donnie? Huh. It is the responsibility of retailers to only sell the vehicles permissible under New York law in our city. Mom Donnie said, New Yorkers trust the products that they are purchasing is legal in the city that they call home. Which means you can't have it because it's the city shit. We must make fucking money off of you. And if we can't make money off of you, you can't be independent. You can't have your own e-scooters and e-bikes because they're not approved by the fucking state. Well, not the state, the city. But the online retails that will receive cease and desist include Wayfair, Walmart, Temu, and more. Well, good luck with Temu because that's a fucking foreign-born country, or that's a foreign-based country. Good luck. You can block them from being in our fucking in our economy, but that takes an act of Congress, fuck ass. The letters demand stores immediately end the sale of prohibited motorized scooters and e-bikes to New York City residents. As businesses, Mom Donnie said, no. No, it doesn't. Because it's going to take an act of fucking Congress for them to say that they are banned. Simply because New York wants it to be. You can't fucking stop it, son. Come August 18th, the stores could face fines up to $2,000 for each fucking sale. Each time you buy an e-bike or an e-scooter in New York City, the company gets fined $2,000. Then just don't ship shit to NYC proper and see what happens. Don't drop ship. That don't ship anything. We are escalating to that goddamn point. We're escalating to that point. Everybody that has bought an e-bike or a scooter off fucking Amazon, you bought an illegal fucking product. Because the state does not approve of you being mobile unless you pay the city to be mobile. Goddamn, New York. All this shit this doesn't matter to me. This is not a fucking thing. Yeah, it is. The motherfucker said you can't leave your goddamn house unless you're fucking walking. Because you know there ain't no point in having a car in New York City. So how else are you going to get around if you're not walking? Oh, these scooters, these e-bikes, everything that you bought to actually make your commute in your fucking worthless ass city even better. It's now illegal. To get around the city, you must pay the city. Do you understand how fucking retarded you are? No? Not yet? Okay. Congestion taxing. Oh, because you don't live in the city, but you commute to work in the city, and you contribute to the city's economy. You must be taxed even more because you drive into the city. Y'all are fucking retarded. They're too stupid to call human, and damn sure too pathetic to respect. God damn, you motherfuckers are dumb. Donnie said the retailers all sell prohibited devices like e-bikes that exceed legal speed limits, the scooters that go beyond legal wattage limits, and mopeds without proper vehicle identification. So because your bike can go past the speed limit, it's illegal. Because your scooter pumps out a little bit more wattage than we say it should, it's illegal. And your moped that's below 50 cc in engine power, well, it's illegal. A spokesperson I'm choking on my own spit here. A spokesperson for Amazon told Pix 11 News that the company is looking into products into question and looks forward to partnering with the mayor on these issues. Okay, cool. Who was that? I think that, yeah, that was Alias. Remove it all. Stop sending shit into New York fucking city. Remove it all. Let them fucking starve to death. Let them actually fucking suffer for the retardation they have brought on themselves. I don't care. I've yelled too much. I've complained too goddamn much. I don't give a fuck about you, New York City. And until you can prove to me that you actually didn't vote for all the shit that you're representing, ask me why the fuck I should care. Ask me why the fuck I should come to your defense. There are multiple fucking states that prove, hey, your vote was taken from you because of fraud. Because of ballot harvesting, because of all the shit that Democrats have done to take office more often than fucking not. New York is the only state that really hasn't proved anything, really. And not a goddamn one of you are wondering why? Huh. A good third of the country has shown actual signs of voter fraud, the abuse of the voter rolls, or fraudulent fucking acts up to and including actually forging motherfuckers' signatures. And New York is so tight-lipped. And nobody's asking questions about that. We got this one here, though. Abdul Al-Sayed said he would oust Chuck Schumer as a Democrat leader if elected. Now he says he's looking forward to working with him. How the fuck can you work with somebody that you took over the fucking chair with if... I'm sorry. How the fuck can you work with somebody that you took over the seat of if that motherfucker who's been unseated doesn't have power after he leaves office?
You said before, Chuck Schumer doesn't want to see me on the inside of the U.S. Senate. How did your call with Chuck Schumer go today?
Well, at this point, I'm the
Okay. I want you all to understand Squareface here. And yes, the Squareface. Caitlin fucking Collins. Dylan Mulvaney. I'm sorry. It's Dylan Mulvaney. We all fucking know it's Dylan Mul goddamn Vaney. That shit's been going around for a fucking while, but it's a big thing since Trump said it. That's been going around for fucking 3 years beforehand. Dylan fucking Mulvaney here. I want you to watch. I want you to understand that as a news anchor, the only thing you have is what's playing in your ear. The only thing you see is the camera. You're not seeing what's actually being relayed to you, right? Watch this bitch's eyebrows.
Well, at this point, I'm the only Democrat standing.
Let's play it again. As soon as this motherfucker starts talking, watch her eyebrows.
The U.S. Senate. How did your call with Chuck Schumer go today?
Well, at this point, I'm the only Democrat standing.
Were you surprised that he was actually on the other end and you were talking to Abdul al-Sayed? Why that eyebrow raise like, oh my God. The dreamy thing. This is happening. I'm talking to my undercover lover. It's not an undercover lover because it's just a fantasy in my own goddamn head. Watch. I'm going to slow it the fuck down too. Look. It's subtle as fuck. He starts talking. Oh, she blinks. Eyebrows go up and they go back down again. And then she's got a big fucking smile. Have you ever seen Caitlin Collins smile? Other than the Joker fucking smile that we know is forced, this is an actual fucking real smile from this bitch. Have you ever seen her do this? Why for him?
You said before, Chuck Schumer doesn't want to see me on the inside of the U.S. Senate. How did your call with Chuck Schumer go today?
Well, at this point, I'm the only Democrat standing to come to the inside of the U.S. Senate, and I think we had a good, meaningful, heart-to-heart conversation about what it takes to win in a state like Michigan, and what needs to be done to defeat Mike Rogers. So I'm looking forward to partnering alongside him to win the Senate majority, to win back to keep the state of Michigan.
See, that's this forced smile that she always fucking has, right? But when the dude starts talking and she raises those eyebrows, that's a different smile, is it not? That's an actual real fucking smile from the bitch. And she's trying to hide it. But now we're back here.
Looking forward to partnering alongside him to win the Senate majority, to win back to keep the state of Michigan, and to win back the gavel for Democrats so that we can start holding Donald Trump accountable.
I'm going to be honest. I just fucking caught that. Give me a second before I hit my real point. I got to pee again. I'm sorry. Sorry, that was an impromptu one. But a main point on this right here.
You said before, Chuck Schumer doesn't want to see me on the inside of the U.S. Senate. How did your call with Chuck Schumer go today?
Well, at this point, I'm the only Democrat standing to come to the inside of the U.S. Senate, and I think we had a good, meaningful, heart-to-heart conversation about what it takes to win in a state like Michigan, and what needs to be done to defeat Mike Rogers. So I'm looking forward to partnering alongside him to win the Senate majority, to win back to keep the state of Michigan, and to win back the gavel for Democrats so that we can start holding Donald Trump accountable.
Huh. Motherfucker, you're trying to unseat the dude, but somehow you're going to win. You're going to win to get back the gavel in the fucking Senate? being a brand new goddamn person into the fucking Senate, you're going to work with Chuck Schumer to hold the gavel. Are you going to sit here and fucking tell me a Jew is going to give an Islamist his fucking power? Because the Jews and the Islamists are working to fucking together to take over this country? Is this what the fuck you were telling me? So the motherfuckers that have a blood feud from each other are working together so they can have control of your country. And the motherfucker that's supposed to unseat Chuck Schumer, he's going to be working with Chuck Schumer to defeat Donald Trump. Yo, the Democrats have a major ass fucking problem, do they not? There has never been any point in time that I can actually point back to in my lifetime where we have been so divided that people with a blood feud are saying, yeah, I'll give up my power to you so we can beat Orange Man to keep power. You know, they keep saying he's Hitler, right? If they win, Donald Trump goes down in history as Hitler. The reincarnation of Hitler himself. And they defeated Hitler. And how do you defeat Hitler? Well, by doing everything Hitler did. Makes no sense when you actually put it in that perspective, right? Because that's what the fuck they're doing. They blame you for being the neo-Nazis. They blame you for being the Zeke Heil motherfuckers, right? Yet aren't they doing the exact fucking same that they blame you for? In every fucking thing that you have ever launched at them. Every fucking thing that you have ever launched that has done damage to them. They turn around and try to use on you the exact same fucking argument. They are literally picking up the fucking shells that spent cartridges on a battlefield and throwing them back at you while you throw lead in their fucking faces. She got warm for a second. Yeah, she did. There was an actual real fucking smile on this bitch's face. That was fucking real. Eyebrows went up. Oh my God, I'm talking to him. Hell yeah. Now she was swooning. She was fucking swooning live on goddamn fucking camera. I didn't catch it the first time I watched this. I didn't watch it. I'm going to be honest. I listened to it. I didn't catch that because I was listening. I wasn't watching. But as I was watching, them eyebrows just, he's here. All right. Yeah. No. She got a little fucking wet in the drawers. We all fucking know it. That bitch creamed herself right then and there. Kaylee McGee White torches radical Islam. I'm not going to be shamed by Hassan Piker. Now, why this is brought up? Oh, we're going back to Hassan, right? Abdul Al-Said, I brought up in that fucking short how the motherfucker was like, hey, look, you don't have to explain shit to people because they're fucking stupid. You know what? let's do it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, because if you're not following the shorts and everything, you're definitely not going to know, right? I don't even think this has been released yet, though. What? Free and fair elections, Texas Dems. Which one was it? I know I brought this up before in a little short. Alarm. Jocelyn Benson.
NASA, there's no process that doesn't.
It's not Jocelyn Benson. Let's check in, shall we? Do y'all remember this? How about we see if anything's changed? Just a little upcoming sneak peek. And I do love the fact that, yes, it may take me 30, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour to do a fucking short. But god damn it. Do y'all remember this? How about we see if anything's changed?
Get down, cuz. Them niggas shooting. Get down, my nigga. They shooting like a motherfucker.
Ah, yes. The perfect place for my cell. Son of an emerald whore. Starting again! How did all these squares make a circle? No, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. And that one's still green!
Man, what the fuck are you doing?
Just put out the joint.
What the fuck are you doing?
Put out the joint.
So, basically nothing?
Finally, it is complete! Perfectly square, a fine marble white, and a full 24 by 20. Let it go, Cell. You have shit to do.
Do y'all? It actually fucking points out every bit of that correctly. So nothing has changed? Alright, let it go. We got other shit. Anyway. Where is that one? This seems familiar. Was this it? Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you yet another case of predictive programming.
This is denied.
Nope. Esmond Gold, I need an adult. Where was that one? I know we oak tree looking fuck. No. Right over the copper palm. Did I not actually fucking do it? Okay. No, I got it. I got the shit recorded. Oh.
You aren't stupid.
Abdul Al-Saeed, Hassan fucking Piker, and the person coaching them.
Everything is people aren't stupid. This politics of no translation is going to be the way forward. No, for sure.
I'm going to turn up the gain for you guys. Because this is quiet. Let me hear the sound.
Money in your pocket, Medicare for all. No one has to decipher what the hell that means.
All right. Roll it back. 15 seconds.
Everything is people aren't stupid. This politics of no translation is going to be the way forward. No, for sure. Money on politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all. No one has to decipher what the hell that means.
That and I just want people to be like,
everything is people.
No one has to decipher what that means. Because people are stupid. Roll it!
People aren't stupid. this politics of no translation is going to be the way forward. No, for sure. Money out of politics, money in your pocket, Medicare for all. No one has to decipher what the hell that means.
Money out of politics. Money in your pocket. Medicare for all. No one needs to decipher what that means. You don't need to understand exactly what the fuck they talk about when they talk about their policies. Just say the empty fucking platitudes and everybody will love you. Let's turn this gain off now, because that one's a low volume, but the rest ain't gonna be. Anyway, we got this again. Kayla McGee, White Torches, Radical Islam. I'm not going to be ashamed by Hassan Piker.
Of Dearborn. I'm very familiar with this area. I grew up 20 minutes outside of Dearborn. I'm very familiar with this area. I'm watching this race very closely. I have seen firsthand what is happening in these communities. You cannot tell me that it is not happening. I have seen the forced subjugation and humiliation of women in the name of Islam. I have heard the Islamic call to prayer blasted in the streets. I have seen street signs named after literal terrorists. And I have watched as the mayor of Dearborn looked at a concerned resident in the face and told him that he didn't belong in the community because he dared raise objections to any of this. This is a problem.
That is actually fucking true. Mayor of Dearborn told him, you don't belong here because you question us. Not in those fucking words, but it happened. Sound off in the chat if you want me to bring that up.
None of this is normal, and I'm not going to be shamed by Hassan Piker, who is now out there calling everyone who raises concerns about this Islamophobic. I'm not going to be shamed for having enough self-preservation to understand that these things are not compatible with my state. They are not compatible with my country. They are not normal, and it is not normal.
Hey, Rich, you going longer just checking for a raid? One of these times, Gina, raid your ass? Bring it on. Bring it on. I'm going to go for a while tonight. It's Thursday, Friday. I ain't got much more shit to do tomorrow, so I'm gonna go for a while tonight. I'm feeling good. I raged the fuck out. The demons are past. Here we fucking go. Bring it up. Okay.
Normal to have a Senate candidate who refuses to disavow any of it. I grew up 20 minutes outside of Dearborn.
All right, so let's find this real quick. Hold on. Let me bring a new clip in here. Okay, so 2 after. All right, gotcha. Dearborn Mayor, you're not welcome here. Where is this shit? Yep, this is it. This is fucking it. Ladies and gentlemen, the mayor of Dearborn, Michigan.
It's about how the blood of the martyrs, I'm quoting, irrigates the land of Palestine. And then
bring it up, white nigger. God damn. Oh, yellow.
About how the terrorists
Mayo monkey
should
motherfucker
strike them with knives and with their bare hands, and they're victorious. And he also encourages the use of rockets over there.
The best suggestion I have for you is to not drive on Warren Avenue, or to close your eyes while you're doing it. His name is up there, and I, spoke at a ceremony celebrating it because he's done a lot for this community. And although you live here, I want you to know, as mayor, you are not welcome here. And the day you move out of the city will be the day that I launch a parade celebrating the fact that you moved out of the city. Because you are not somebody who believes in coexistence. You're somebody who tries to preach it, but in fact, you do everything but that.
The minister speaking with Fox News after the incident.
America. What's up?
I did not respond to the mayor with hate. He shut me down, like you saw. He was very angry. He said, "Get out of town," etc. I mean, he spoke for himself, so I don't need to repeat what he said. And I responded by saying, "God bless you, Mayor. God bless you, sir." It's about how.
And you responded by being a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Go fuck yourself, you worthless, cowardly, fucking pathetic human fucking being. There's no reason to call you a human goddamn being. I'm giving you way too much fucking credit. The motherfucker told you because you're speaking up against Islam, get the fuck out of town. And your fucking response is, God bless you, sir. But turn the other cheek did not mean let them punch you in the other side of your fucking face. You retarded fucking Christian fucking bitches. I'm sorry. Turn the other cheek meant, hey, look, we're preaching this shit. But when it comes to the existential crisis of my ideology comes against somebody else's, you turn the other cheek and you don't be a fucking Christian. Yes, Christianity, Christian motherfuckers, listen the fuck up. Turn the other cheek means you don't have to actually be what we fucking preach because they don't give a fuck about you. You give a fuck about them, but they don't give a fuck about you. So turn the other cheek and be that fucking piece of shit. I hate it for you, but that's the goddamn truth of it. Because why in the fuck would any general or president or whatever the fuck you want to think of as far as warfare is concerned, the motherfucker leading an army, why the fuck would that goddamn general tell you to fall on your fucking sword and die just to be peaceful? No, because if I'm going to win some kind of religious warfare, spiritual fucking warfare, my ass is not going to tell my people to fucking die for absolutely no goddamn reason. You fell on that sword. It makes no fucking sense. Christianity as a whole is saying, I exist, I deserve to fucking exist, and you must respect the fact that I fucking exist. I respect the fact that you don't think I should exist, but therefore you are human, I must respect you. When they prove that they're not human, you turn the other cheek. I don't understand why the fuck Christians have taken that to be like, turn the other cheek. Oh, somebody smacks me in the face? I can't be that piece of shit that defends myself and beats the ever-loving fuck out of somebody who aggressed me. No, I can't do that. As a Christian, I must get my fucking ass beat and or killed for my own fucking religion. What happens when you have a bunch of suicidal motherfuckers believing the same goddamn shit? Wait a minute. Wasn't there a fucking comet that came through our atmosphere and a fucking cultist leader decided to kill everybody at the time that it was passing through our atmosphere? And if you died at the exact moment, your ass, your fucking physical, I'm not going to say physical, your existential being, everything that you are beyond this physical fucking body would be taken by this fucking comet into the afterlife? How many motherfuckers died from that shit? But if you take that on a massive fucking scale, like Christianity, how many other motherfuckers would have died for the same fucking shit? You preach your shit. You want to be peaceful. I get you. I 100% do. But when a motherfucker is saying, hey, I'm here to cut your goddamn throat, and you say God wills it, you deserve fucking death. Sorry, I don't give a fuck. This is why I'm agnostic as fuck. There's something beyond me. It's actually been proven to me. But the things you are claiming as God, I cannot get behind. Because I don't think the God, the person that made me a fucking being, would tell me I must die. I must be a fucking bitch for my own fucking thought process, my own religion. I must die because I can't put up a fight. why I can't get behind Christianity. Sorry. Y'all are bitches. You really fucking are. I get the whole be peaceful, love everybody. I get all that shit. But when it comes to your fucking life versus everybody else's, you lay down your life versus everybody else's. And they take advantage of it. So how the fuck can I respect a fucking religion that says I must die for somebody else's belief? And that's the only way I go to heaven. Not the only way, but that's one of the ways I go to heaven, is to die for somebody else's fucking belief. I believe in you, God. You're my everything. This motherfucker wants to kill me because I believe in you. I must die to be brought into your fucking pearly gates? How the fuck do you win a spiritual warfare if that's a thing? I'm sorry, Christianity lost its fucking way. Where we were 2 after that? Yep. Okay, so. We're going to this aspect. BLM activist group in Wisconsin. It just bailed out dozens of criminals out of jail. Who's funding it? I'll be right back.
Outside of the Dane County Jail, bailing out at least, is what I'm told, 50 people today.
I didn't know how I was going to get out, so thank you. Yeah.
There's a few dozen people out here. They have music going. They have a number of tents also set up. When inmates get out, they're met with people handing them goodie baskets filled with things like toothpaste, toothbrushes, hair products. There's also a table filled with snacks like chips and granola bars. Again, inmates getting these items once they are walking out of the jail.
We're just going down the list. We're going down the list. We got all our black inmates on the list, so we're going by the age. We're going by the age, women, age, youth, LGBTQ. Those are our primary ones.
Now, I asked organizers just how much this is all costing. They wouldn't give me a number, but they did tell me that this is all donation based. So they're hoping that the donations allow them to get, again, at least 50 people out of jail. And they told me that they're going to stay out here as long as those donations keep rolling in.
So give up your money, America. Give up your money from the people that commit goddamn murder, from the people that rape motherfuckers, from the people that run up in your fucking house and take everything from you. Give up your money so they can get the fuck out of jail. Yeah, that's a fucking thing. I want you all to take that to fucking heart. And yes, I want you all to take that to fucking heart. That's why I paused so goddamn long. Give up your money that they were going to take from you goddamn anyway at gunpoint to get the motherfuckers that are going to take money from you at gunpoint out of jail. I don't understand how to tell you this other than this. America, you're too goddamn retarded to fucking be a goddamn thing. When you're sitting there telling me I must bail out the son of a bitch who's in jail for taking my money, I must give up my money to take the motherfuckers out of jail who's going to steal from me, and you think it's a good goddamn idea? You deserve everything that you fucking get. You deserve it all. And you also deserve the backlash that comes with it when people like me are tired of the fucking shit and just go on a goddamn rampage. You deserve that too. Just like Hassan Piker deserved 9 fucking 11. No, you actually fucking deserve this shit. You take the worst fucking offenders of goddamn humanity and you bail them out of jail and say, it's okay that you created that fucking crime. Do it the fuck again. You deserve it. I don't give a shit. I'll fucking say it. But just like this dude.
Short last night. I make no excuse. It was a tough race.
Republican 8th Congressional District candidate Amir Hassan, who was backed by President Trump, lost to his opponent, Tom Smith, who dropped out of the race last month. TV5's Zane Omer spoke with a local county clerk about what could happen next in this race come November.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did we or did we not have this conversation a few fucking months ago? As a nation, did we not have this? What happens when somebody drops out of a race, but people still vote for that asshole who dropped out of the race? What happens when the person that dropped out wins the fucking race? Your answer is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Are being certified right now here in Genesee County, but one of the biggest surprises of this election is already clear. Tom Smith appears to have won the Republican primary for Michigan's 8th Congressional District after he had suspended his campaign.
Once these results are certified, anyone...
Hold up, motherfuckers. You have to understand. Republican. The motherfucker dropped out of the race, and Republicans still voted for the dude who dropped out of the race. So either you want that man, or you're too goddamn stupid to be called a human fucking being. Do you understand the fact that the fucking person you wanted dropped out of the race?
Was won the primary election, their name will automatically appear on their November ballot.
As election officials work to certify Tuesday's ballots, this unusual outcome is turning heads.
This is a unique circumstance that we don't see very often.
Tom Smith is the projected winner of the Republican primary for Michigan's 8th Congressional District, getting about 50% of the vote. But in July, Smith had...
Why is it always Michigan? What is about Michigan right now? You got Dearborn, you got all these other motherfuckers popping off. What the fuck is about Michigan right now? Why does this have to be the battleground for absolute goddamn retardation? I don't get it. I don't understand. Handy news. Appreciate the raid for everybody coming the fuck in. Look, check this out. For everybody coming to fuck in, I'll backtrack this whole goddamn story for you just for the handy news crew that's coming in here. Check this the fuck out, though, guys. You're going to love this. Republicans voted for a Republican that dropped out of the race, beating a Republican that is still on the goddamn ballot. Tell me how the fuck this happened.
I fell short last night. I make no excuse. It was a tough race.
Republican 8th Congressional District candidate Amir Hassan, who was backed by President Trump, lost to his opponent, Tom Smith, who dropped out of the race last month. TV5's Zane Omer spoke with a local county clerk about what could happen next in this race come November.
Votes are being certified right now here in Genesee County, but one of the biggest surprises of this election is already clear. Tom Smith appears to have won the Republican primary for Michigan's 8th Congressional District after he had suspended his campaign.
Once these results are certified, anyone who has won the primary election, their name will automatically appear on their November ballot.
As election officials work to certify Tuesday's ballots, this unusual outcome is turning heads.
This is a unique circumstance that we don't see very often.
Tom Smith is the projected winner of the Republican...
No, Cassandra, I'm not a wee bit pissed. I'm not a wee bit pissed. I'm not a wee bit pissed. Literally. Because me and Davey called this about 6, 7, 8 months ago when this was a thing. What happens if people were dropping out of the race and then all of a sudden they were still polling, they were still doing good after they had dropped out of the race? What happens when somebody that drops out of a race beats somebody that is actively running? I thought it would be the fucking Democrats, but it's goddamn Republicans that are answering this fucking question. I'm not the least bit pissed in this. I'm actually fucking interested. Okay, I will admit, I'm a little bit pissed. I'm a little bit pissed because you motherfuckers are too goddamn stupid to know this motherfucker dropped the fuck out and you still voted for him. Either that, or I am incredibly fucking impressed that this motherfucker dropped out and you said, nah, bitch, we ain't done with you. I don't know how to fucking take this, but my first reaction is America is goddamn retarded and they didn't fucking know. Just like the Democrats who voted for a dead guy. I mean, if it's obvious that the dead guy wins, the dead guy votes don't really fucking matter. What happens when they're fucking living? Republicans, you were answering your own goddamn question, and I don't know how to take this as far as this goes because I haven't tracked this whole fucking thing to say that Tom Smith, who dropped out, presumably, because he knew he wasn't going to make it, actually fucking makes it. I don't understand.
Republican primary for Michigan's 8th congressional district.
This is Michigan. But god damn, dude. Seriously. I thought we all fucking understood. As far as Republicans, I'm not Republican. But I thought we understood this shit. But apparently we fucking don't. Michigan's more fucked than most of the goddamn the states, apparently. Y'all motherfuckers are too stupid to understand that somebody dropped out. The only thing that I can say, yeah, you're not as dumb as, is the motherfuckers who voted for a dead guy.
About 50% of the vote, but in July, Smith had suspended his campaign and endorsed fellow candidate Al Lemo.
It is something that is fairly rare because generally when somebody suspends their campaign, it's because they've got data internally that shows that there's not a path for victory for them. They are still legally on the ballot. They are still legally a candidate. They've just verbalized that they're no longer campaigning.
Smith also defeated Trump-endorsed candidate Amir Hassan, who came in second with about 33% of the vote.
We don't make excuses. We see an obstacle and we figure out a way to overcome it. And this is no different.
Hassan posting this.
There ain't no way you can say you're struggling to breathe, sir.
Video to his campaign page on Facebook, calling the primary a tough race.
To all the winners yesterday, congratulations. I'm very excited for the top of our ticket. And we will get out and vote.
While it's unclear if Smith will expedite a return to the campaign trail, political science expert Paul Rosicki suspects he will accept the win, facing Democratic incumbent Kristen McDonald-Rivet in November.
I think it's just... So the motherfucker dropped out of the goddamn race, won, and he's just like, you know what? I'm back in. I don't look seriously. Taking a look at the landscape of shit, but taking a look at the Michigan of all goddamn people, Michigan. You got a lot of fucked up shit going on. I understand you, and there's a lot of fucked up things. I can't really judge you as far as political views because, I mean, your voting records, are they actually fucking true? But how does somebody who dropped out of a goddamn race win? I mean, you're literally you literally prove that maybe this voting thing ain't a problem because you're too goddamn stupid to be called human for voting for somebody who dropped out of the race after the fucking due date. I mean, you're not paying attention. I get it. You're locked in. You understand. You already know. But you're not following enough for the people you voted for to be dropping out of a race after the fucking ballots were printed. I can't support that fucking stupidity. But apparently, Republicans, you've answered your own goddamn motherfucking question. What happens when somebody drops out of a race and still wins? Well, apparently they're still in the goddamn race, are they not? What a goddamn time to be alive. Y'all motherfuckers were pissed as hell because if somebody drops out and they still get the votes, they could still be something. And then it works in your favor and you're just like, I guess, okay. I don't understand y'all. Like, there's no logical fucking process that we can actually sit here and say, like, okay, if you're talking about the House, as far as the House overall, the what is it, 432 members or something like that. If you're talking about that, Republicans slight majority, maybe. The Senate, it's in the fucking bag for the Republicans at this fucking point in time. It's in the fucking bag. Still, slight majority. That's not it. That's including that every vote is actually fucking valid, of course. But I don't understand how we have come to the point to where you say, hey, this Democrat dropped out of the race, but is still showing a lot of favoritism. What happens when somebody drops out of a fucking race and they're still fucking voted on? You motherfuckers answered your own question. Now, the question is, what is the Michigan Republican fucking delegate? Everything that makes up the Michigan fucking... Where do you go from here? You literally elected a man who dropped the fuck out. He said, I give up. There's no way I'm going to win. And you put him in anyway? I'm going to have to say it. I'm going to have to fucking say it. This also means that the Republican the person who was projected to fucking win was so goddamn horrible you didn't want him. That's the best case scenario. Or the worst case scenario was you were so goddamn stupid you didn't even know the person you voted for dropped out of the fucking race. How the fuck am I supposed to take this? What up, Neuro? How do I bring this information into the fucking forefront? Like, what is that? How? How am I supposed to determine the fact that a dude who dropped out of the fucking race won a goddamn primary and you were sitting here asking that question a year ago? Either y'all and motherfuckers are really paying attention at the last goddamn minute, or you're too goddamn stupid to be called a human being. There's no in between. There's no way in fuck that you can overwhelmingly vote for somebody who dropped out of the race after the ballots had been started printing. And he wins. if you are paying attention. Other than the fact that you are paying attention, and the dude that was not projected to win, all of a sudden you were paying attention, and here the fuck I don't know how to determine this information at this fucking point in time. Either that or are we seeing a lot of fucking election meddling, even for the Republican Party. There's a third option for that too. Because let's be honest, dude. There's no way in fuck Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell got voted in every time, despite every goddamn person in fucking Kentucky hating the both of them. There ain't no goddamn way they got in every time. Oh, well, it's the lesser of two evils. What the fuck is evil about putting in the same son of a bitch that you hate time and time again instead of trying to give somebody else another fucking chance? It doesn't make fucking sense. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, the fucking election fraud shit was on them too. I mean, let's not forget. Jeff Van Drew got elected, joining the Republican Party. His first election after joining the Republican Party, he hires Craig Callaway as a manager, and all of a sudden he wins. Craig Callaway goes to jail a year and a half fucking later because the motherfucker would pay people to bring ballots to him with nothing but a fucking signature. His crew would fill it out, and then he would pay other people to stuff fucking ballot boxes. Republicans do it too. Trump voter pleas for fiance's release after ICE arrest. Oh, they're destroying families. Now, we're going to have to bring this full screen. Of course, because I got to take a pee. I'm buying time. I got to take a pee. What?
Arrests by ICE agents carrying out President Trump's crackdown on illegal immigration hit an all-time high last month. Many of those detainees were picked up at airports. The enforcement blitz includes an increase in ICE officers at airports around the country. Camilo Montoya Galvez spoke with a man in Texas who says he's now rethinking his vote for Trump after ICE arrested his fiancée.
I voted for Trump. I am saying that they are picking up law-abiding citizens. They're destroying families, jobs.
John Gannon is a 75-year-old businessman and lifelong Republican who supported President Trump in 2024.
I wouldn't do that again, not after this fiasco.
His fiancée, 45-year-old Venezuelan immigrant Yasmin Suarez Reyes, was detained by ICE at George Bush Intercontinental Airport in Houston in late July.
8 ICE agents swarmed Jasmine and detained her, didn't tell us why, and rustled her off into a car.
When you saw that unfold, what went through your mind?
Well, I was just in total disbelief.
According to her immigration lawyer, Suarez Reyes came to the U.S. legally in 2023 and later applied for asylum, a case that is still ongoing. But her underlying permission to be in the U.S. has lapsed. Some people may say,
she came to the country legally. I'm glad I came back right at the right time. She came to the country legally. But because she wasn't pursuing shit, right? That asylum claim lapsed. How was he allowed on the ballot if he dropped out? No. How was he allowed on the ballot? He dropped out after the ballots were, okay, this is it. This is how it's going to be. We're going to print these out the way it is. But from this point on, it doesn't fucking matter what happens. This is how it is. That's how our ballots are done. 3-4 fucking months before an election is done, who's ever running, you're solid. If you drop out after the fucking fact, it don't matter. You're still on the fucking ballot. So knowing that, again, you're either too goddamn stupid to know the person you chose was off the fucking ballot, or you're saying, no, motherfucker, you ain't done. I'm leaning towards the first one because humanity is goddamn retarded, and we already know this. Until there's proof that comes out, and later on that a lot of fucking videos come out. No, he dropped out, but I still fucking want his ass. Until that starts popping up, I'm going to think Republicans in Michigan are just like, Hail Mary, what the fuck? This dude just because. You're proving you don't even know what the fuck's going on. You asked what happens when Democrats don't know what the fuck they're going on and vote for somebody who dropped out after the ballots were fucking 100% certified as far as that goes. Not certified as far as voting, but certified to be printed. Once it was set in stone that these ballots are going to be printed with these fucking names, somebody drops out. What happens when they fucking win? Republicans! You did it to your fucking self. I don't fucking know. This is going to be on high. I mean, this is... I was reading that. My volume was on high. This is going to be something you actually do need to follow with that. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's something you do actually need to follow. Because all too often we understand the left the way it is. They march in lock fucking step. Are Republicans doing the same thing? Are they marching in lockstep because they don't know? Or are they actually saying, nah, this dude ain't it. We want the dude that dropped out. I mean, let's be honest. Republican media, you can spin it either way, right? All right, for leftist media, liberal media, anything like that. Oh, the dude dropped out of the race, so you're goddamn so stupid. You dropped for somebody that stayed out. But Republicans would be like, no, he dropped out because he didn't feel like he could win way too fucking early because something happened, and then all of a sudden, everybody votes for the dude that dropped the fuck out. But there were other choices, correct? Ah! Nah, he just happened to be the second person on the ballot. That's something that needs to be studied. Because to me, it's looking like you're everything that you raged out against. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what's going on. You don't know your candidate dropped out of the race, bitch. What are you talking about? I mean, you literally have no argument at that point.
This is what mass deportations look like.
They're not going after the hard guys. That's too difficult. It's easier to pick them up at the airport. You know, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
So what is...
I'm sorry, this dude probably has Parkinson's, but the whole shit throws me off. You married a goddamn illegal alien. How am I supposed to feel sorry for you? Are you or are you not supposed to know everything about this woman's fucking life? Okay. So as a man, if I married a woman that kept the fact that she's an illegal fucking citizen in this country, and then all of a sudden she gets deported, I had no idea she's an illegal fucking citizen. Because I'm a piece of shit and I don't think. Because she's my wife, is she should stay? Or for breaking one of the basic laws to get here in the first place? I'm not... If my wife were a goddamn illegal fucking alien and she were hemmed up by ICE, I'd just be like, you know what? I love the fuck out of you. And I will try everything I can to get you fucking back. But bitch, who are you? I don't understand you, America. You're too goddamn stupid to be called a human fucking being. Other than the fact that males in this country have felt like are feeling like pieces of meat that are grind up and thrown the fuck away because we may age out quicker than you want us to, because we're supposed to be 20 years old and making $1 million fucking dollars a year, right? Is 6 foot fucking something, 20 years old, making $1 million goddamn dollars a year, and if you ain't doing it, get the fuck out. But again, if you married this fucking woman and you didn't know she was an illegal fucking alien, did you know her at all? That's a question that needs to be asked. Or are you just a stupid ass motherfucker who's just like, my wife shouldn't because I'm a Republican, I voted for you, and she's an illegal alien, so therefore, because I voted for you, she must stay. Orange man, help me out because I voted for you.
Reyes was arrested as part of a recent crackdown by ICE at airports across the country.
ICE is here, help us!
Back in Texas, Gannon says he deeply misses his fiancée, who remains in ICE custody, facing deportation.
Jasmine's good as gold. Love Jasmine. That's it.
We contacted the Department of Homeland Security about this case, but have yet to hear back. Immigrants like Suarez Reyes would typically not have been targeted for deportation and arrest under prior administrations.
Why the fuck should I give a shit? Because a stupid ass motherfucker maybe didn't know his wife, or in the worst case scenario, it did know his wife, voted for the bitch to goddamn be deported in the first place, and then complains because she got deported. Worst case scenario, that's it. Best case scenario, you didn't even know the fuck because she's your fiance. Yeah, I'm gonna say, okay, you spent a year, 2, 3 together before you got fucking married, because after a year or two, it's kind of like, it's a given, right? Unless you're young. After a year or two, it's a given. If you can stand each other for a year or two and it's not more horrible than great, you kind of do get married. So either the bitch held everything from you and you didn't know who she was, or you did know who she was, you voted for it and then said, oh no, it came to my fucking house, let me complain about it.
But the Trump administration has taken the position that anyone whose immigration status has lapsed is fair game for enforcement. Nate?
As long as someone... I'm sorry if your immigration status has lapsed. Yeah, you are fucking fair game. Get the fuck out. You ain't doing it right. Become an American citizen before you don't do it right. It's the American way to not do it right. I get you. 100%. I'm behind that whole fucking thought process. But goddamn, be an American fucking citizen before you do it. Can we agree on that? If not, well then you can go straight fuck yourself. Because there ain't no common ground other than the fact that, you know what? We're tired of this country and its white supremacy. It doesn't matter as long as we breed the white people out. White people can kill themselves because the government told you to fucking kill your kids. Black people, there ain't no help from you because, I mean, everything that we've done to you. everybody else come to this country, have kids, it'll be fine. And you wonder why there's a Muslim takeover? God damn it, America. Are you fucking dumb? Why do I feel like I stand amongst giants? I'm not the end all be all. I'm not the smartest goddamn man ever. I will never be the smartest fucking man ever. I've had to nerf myself 5 fucking times to bring myself to this fucking level. How can you be so fucking stupid? Anyway. We do definitely have to get into this because we're not going to watch this whole thing. Any because we're not going to watch this whole thing. There was a shooting by Madison, Wisconsin police. And this is contentious as fuck. Now, in the pregame, I showed you an actual fucking execution, and I will say straight up, that was an execution. Dude shot the motherfucker twice. He was stunned. It didn't give the man a time to react other than being fucking shot before he shot him in the head. No, there was no threat to the man at all other than the fact that he wanted to punch him in the fucking face. The dude shot him 3 fucking times. Twice in the fucking shoulders, once in the head. After punching the dude in the face. But
from the Fox 6 Studios, this is Open Record. I'm Brian Polson. I'm here with Carl Deffenbaugh. Hello,
good to be
Carl.
back.
We are recording this episode on Thursday, July 30th. It's been 8 days since police in Madison, Wisconsin shot a 38-year-old man to death, sparking protests and calls for an independent investigation. We'll take a deep dive into what we know, largely from bystander cell phone videos.
Common ground.
What we still don't
coffee.
know, and what happens next. Plus, there's a new Marquette.
Maybe we should create a fucking a coffee line. We'll just call like the basic bullshit common grounds. And then you'll have the far right, which is whatever kind of taste, versus a far left, which is another fucking taste altogether. Maybe we should do that. We can pull a Timcast kind of shit.
University poll in the wild Democratic primary for Wisconsin governor. We'll get analysis from UWM Professor Emeritus Mordecai Lee. All that starts right after this.
We are back on Open Record here. It was an early afternoon, Wednesday, July 22nd. Madison police were responding to calls of a man stealing bicycles and potentially trying to open car doors in Madison.
Okay, so the dude was stealing bikes, trying to rob cars. Gotcha.
What happened next, though, set off protests for days, calls for increased oversight of police in our state capital, and could even play a role in the Wisconsin governor race. Let's start with what we know, Brian, and that begins with the video, which is how so many of us have been introduced to this story.
And I really think if this had happened at if this happened at 1 o'clock in the morning, we may have no idea what happened in this case other than the police account of it. What we do have are cell phone videos because this happened at 1 o'clock in the
I'm sorry, Lurchinger. Sorry, I don't look at the YouTube side because we don't get a lot of play on YouTube. YouTube pulls us back, but I would have to count the ballots myself to believe this shit. It sounded like he couldn't afford to sponsor her. I'm taking that goes back to the dude who got elected who dropped out of the race. And I agree with you. I definitely have to count it. But then again, when it comes back the fucking same, I mean, either you had all confidence in the man who dropped the fuck out, or you're too goddamn stupid to know he dropped out. There's no in between in that case. So which one is it? But yeah.
The afternoon at an intersection with traffic. So there were bystanders, there were witnesses, and they took cell phone videos. And I'm going to let you know now, if you're watching the podcast, if you're listening, then we'll describe this in detail. But if you're watching, we're going to show you the video that was captured by bystanders. And I'm going to warn you in advance, this video, if you haven't seen it before, is very disturbing. It could be very disturbing because you are seeing the shooting of a person. You're seeing a man's death. So I want to warn you, if you don't want to see that, maybe, you know, fast forward, come back, wait a few minutes, whatever it is. But we're going to walk you through this. And I also want to mention that our news director, Amanda St. Hilaire, has given us approval to do this so that we can break it down and show you what actually happened. In our newscast, we've actually backed away from showing this video again and again because there's obviously concerns that you re-victimize family members who have to see this over and over. We don't want to use this simply as news wallpaper. This is being shown during this podcast because we want to be able to break down for you what is out there, what we've seen, and then, of course, what we still don't know, which we'll talk more about, Carl, because there are...
Why the fuck must you give that away? I'm sorry, why the fuck must you say that? Because every bit of our culture, everything that makes us who we are, we have become pretty much indifferent on death. Makes me question why that must be a caveat. Because people's pussies might get hurt. I'm sorry. I'm tired about people complaining about how their pussies hurt about small fucking shit that don't mean a goddamn thing, like somebody dying. We've seen it time and time and time and time and time and time and time again. Y'all should be numb to this shit by now. But
are no police officer body cameras of this. So let's start with the video, and the video will play. I'll describe a little bit, but what you first see is, again, he's on a bicycle. Police are chasing him.
This man, Corey Ruiz, by the way, 38-year-old.
Okay, there we go. We got some kind of action. Check this out. Nope. I went way too far back.
Of this. So let's start with the video, and the video will play. I'll describe a little bit, but what you first see.
Okay, so opening scene
is, again,
dude's on bike right here, right? It just went behind whatever the fuck I paused on.
He's on a bike.
He comes up to this point, obscured by the car.
Bicycle. Police are chasing him.
This man,
but he's knocked off the bike.
Corey Ruiz, by the way, 38-year-old.
Thank you.
Let me bring this full screen for you guys.
38-year-old Corey Ruiz. Police have been called because of reports that he was stealing bicycles, trying to get into cars. They're chasing him.
Okay, so he's stealing bicycles. He's trying to get on a car. He's on the bike. Probably stolen. I don't know. Maybe he did pay for it. But chances are he fucking didn't. But...
And this is at an intersection that's in kind of on the isthmus. This is it's the Marquette neighborhood, I believe is what it's called in Madison. So this is right along one of the lakes there, or a neighborhood that's along one of the lakes there.
Popular bar and restaurant area, but again, this is mid-afternoon.
I think it was the Crystal is the name of the bar this happens outside of. A police officer intercepts him as he's coming through on the bicycle and either knocks him off the bike or Ruiz falls to the ground. And when he's on the ground, the police officers surround him. There's a struggle. You can see them struggling back and forth. You can see at one point Ruiz is reaching with his left hand, it looks like toward an officer's, maybe the pocket of one of his legs, and in his right hand.
Nah, he was reaching for the fucking groin. That wasn't a pocket of one of his legs. No, he was reaching for the fucking nutsack.
And he has a knife. And if you slow-mo the video or freeze frame it, you can see there.
I can't say this is an artifacting in the camera. There is definitely reflection of light hitting the camera from something that shouldn't be there.
Is a knife in his right hand that one of the officers is holding. It ultimately is the officer who will fire the fatal shots. As the struggle continues, a female officer comes in with a taser, and you can hear her say, "Taser, taser." She announces it. I believe you also hear at one point the officer on the ground saying he has a knife, he's got a knife. And then as soon as she deploys the taser, Ruiz is still standing. She deploys the taser, he falls to the ground, and as another officer is stepping on his leg to hold him down, the one who had the knife, holding the hand with a knife, repositions himself, pulls out his service weapon, and fires
The 3 shots holster. Not unlike the video we saw at the very beginning when we were doing the pregame shit. 3 shots holster. He understood. He understood. Maybe he might have not have heard taser, taser, taser. Maybe he might have. It doesn't fucking matter. He fired 3 shots, holstered his fucking weapon, and then checked on the man to see what was going on with him. I'm going to say it. I think this was justified. The motherfucker has a knife. It's come in contact with at least one officer right here. On an artery inside fucking leg. The femoral artery is on the inside of the fucking leg. So he could have hit that. He could have made the motherfucker bleed out in minutes.
Legs, and in his right hand he has a knife. And if you slow-mo the video or freeze frame it, you can see there is a knife in his right hand.
I mean, this kind of does. You can point this in any other real fucking way. You can't say it's a reflection of the car behind him because he's blocking that fucking light. He's blocking that light. However, what is this major ass fucking bulge above what you say is the blade? Because people's hands don't do that shit. I mean, you can see his arm outstretched, right? And in this video, in this freeze frame, it looks like a fucking blob and a light source. That's it. A blob of what should be maybe an arm and a hand? I don't know, but the light's coming from the wrong fucking angle for it to be in his hand because his hand has to be at the end of a fucking arm, right? So why the fuck is it? Is this motherfucker Baraka? Do we have Baraka running around in the city? Was Baraka just executed?
That one of the officers is holding it ultimately is the officer who will fire the fatal shots. As the struggle continues, a female officer comes in with a taser, and you can hear her say, "Taser, taser." She announces it. I believe you also hear at one point the officer on the ground saying he has a knife, he's got a knife. And then as soon as she deploys the taser, Ruiz is still standing. She deploys the taser, he falls to the ground, and as another officer is stepping on his leg to hold him down, the one who had the knife, holding the hand with a knife, repositions himself, pulls out his service weapon, and fires 3 shots.
I will admit, that the non-reactions from every fucking officer around from what just fucking happened. Well, you confer that as, yeah, he was trying to kill us, so we killed him. Or, yeah, it's just another murder. We don't know. Right?
3 fatal shots in point blank range. And I think when you look at the video, Carl, that is what people are reacting to because he's on the ground when those shots are fired.
I'm sorry.
And many people look at that and say,
already done,
why did he have to be shot to death? You've got a taser that's been deployed. Officers are surrounding him. But of course, that's easy for us to say from afar. We are not responsible for the investigation that will determine if this was a justifiable shooting or not. We know there was a weapon that was involved. When that knife came into play, we don't know. But obviously, that is really troubling video to watch, I think, for anyone, because you're watching a man lose his life.
I think something a lot of people have noticed in that video, people who were there that day, it's 4-on-1, right? 4 different officers involved in the struggle with Corey Ruiz. And then what has been labeled by some, his family, the attorney that's now been hired to represent the family in this, an execution by the officer who comes back from the struggle and fires that weapon. It's certainly hard for us in slow motion watching this to be the arbiters, be the judges, and we are not in this case. There's an investigation going on from the Wisconsin Division of Criminal Investigation. You can't help but put yourself in the officer's shoes as well. You're fighting with someone who has a knife. There is a weapon involved. But there's a lot that's very difficult to watch in that video as well.
It's absolutely difficult to watch, as I said, no matter where you come down to this, because you are watching a man lose his life. The question...
Sorry, it's not actually difficult to watch because somebody loses their life while they're trying to take the lives of other fucking people. It's not. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck about your life when you are trying to take the lives of other fucking people simply because you don't want to go to jail for your goddamn actions. I don't give a fuck. Literally call me an extremist. I don't give a fuck in any fucking way. But if you are committing a goddamn crime and you try to take the lives of other fucking people because they try to rein you in from some kind of fucking crime, explain to me why I should give a fuck about your life. I mean, seriously. But going through all that, let's take a little bit of a closer look here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what the news is saying. Let's see how this is actually perpetrated.
Last week, Corey Ruiz was shot and killed in an officer-involved shooting in Madison. Days of protests followed by community members mourning the Ruiz death.
As the investigation into the incident by the Wisconsin DOJ begins, our Racine and Kenosha County reporter Ben Hansen talked with locals about the current state of trust with their law enforcement.
This is just a repeat after repeat after repeat of what happened even with my son's death.
After the officer-involved shooting in Madison last week, Michael Bell, who lost his 21-year-old son in 2004 to an officer-involved shooting, sees a pattern.
Ah, shit. I'm sorry. God damn it, I closed it. God fucking damn under deck. But anyway, season the officer. Look. I'm one to rage out. I'm just going to leave it at that because there wasn't much more beyond that fucking point. We can just go ahead and clip that. Cut that out. I'm just going to go ahead and say the several fucking times in my life an officer of the law has fucked with me beyond what they're supposed to fucking do. Why am I still alive? It ain't because I'm white. Why am I still alive? Because I went to jail, I went through the goddamn process, and I went in front of a fucking judge and said, hey, here's the fucking thing. And I have proven twice beyond a shadow of a doubt in a court of goddamn law that 2 officers were targeting me because they hated me when I was a kid. It can be done. But how can it be done? Is if you survive the goddamn interaction by not trying to fucking fight police when they arrest you. I'm sorry. It doesn't fucking matter. The tyrannical police state, whatever the fuck. When you survive beyond the interaction, you have a better chance of proving the fact that the tyrannical fucking police went after you for no goddamn reason. When you're dead, how the fuck can you do that? I mean, I thought that was goddamn common sense in America. But apparently no. Because as we have seen, white people and Asians, y'all are the smartest motherfuckers in America. And it's a wonder why the smartest motherfuckers in America are the most discriminated against, right?
Breaking news here at 5 o'clock. Bobcats moving pieces of wood and other structures, forming an encampment in Madison early Tuesday morning. Protesters fighting back, starting fires. The occupation started there at the intersection nearly 2 weeks ago. That's the site of a deadly police shooting.
Hey, Madison.
Wait. Hold on. So the police shot a dude, and your first instinct was to set up a zone. You're just going to take care. You're just going to lay claim to the motherfucker who died. The spot where he died. And then burn everything around it. What's the quickest way for me not to give a shit about you?
Police officer shooting and killing Corey Ruiz after police say he injured the officer with a knife. This all unfolded at Baldwin and Williamson, July 22nd. 12 News' Kendall Keys joins us live from the intersection today at 5. Kendall, it is far from calm tonight.
Exactly, Blake, and this has been going on all day, but only escalating really badly in the last hour.
I'm sorry. Let's rewind this just a hair. Let's rewind this. Is the Caitlin Collins looking fucking news the new meta? There ain't nothing about this bitch's goddamn face that says it's round except the top of her fucking head. She is Caitlin Collins / Dylan Mulvaney in blonde. What?
On all day, but only escalating really badly in the last hour. You can see there's groups of protesters on the sidewalk, officers trying to keep them on the sidewalk, and they're on all four corners of this intersection here at Williamson and Baldwin. If we go over here, you can see more of those protesters and officers interacting here, yelling at officers really all day. They've been here interacting like this, but in the
Black eyes. That's supposed to be black lies, but black eyes?
past hour, we've seen pepper spray deployed multiple times and police officers taking multiple people into custody. This is new video you're looking at right now of one of those arrests, police taking someone into custody. That's a lot of what.
Yo, check it out. An officer right here. This man was actually doing his fucking job.
Pull people into custody. This is new video.
Watch him. This bitch right here was taken across the fucking crowd. This Shrek looking motherfucker.
Looking at right now of one of those arrests.
I want you to understand. The Shrek looking motherfucker literally just touched her.
This is new video you're looking at right now of one of those arrests, police taking someone into custody. That's a lot of what we've been seeing here at this intersection. They had tried to clear tents and the gathering out of this intersection here, and they did clear those tents out, so it does look very different here, but the protesters have not left, and they have no plans on leaving, really. The numbers have only grown in the past couple of hours, and we've seen a lot more protesters coming to this intersection, facing off with officers.
Why? Why does this fucking thing exist? Everything screams it's woman. But the walk, everything about it screams it's fucking. Why?
Pepper spray being deployed, more people getting arrested. They tell me they don't want this protest to be shot down. They want to stay out here. They want people to know what happened to Corey Ruiz. They don't feel like it was just. They tell me they're going to stay out here, whether or not police or the city like that.
All right, Kendall Keyes reporting live at the intersection there, Williamson and Baldwin, right where the police shooting happened. Kendall, any developments, just let us know. We'll go back out live to you.
And of course, you can see that scene developing there. 12 News' Jasmine Franklin, she's also just arrived there in Madison. Jasmine, I understand you were getting there as quickly as you possibly could.
Yeah, Jasmine, you're at a different intersection. Break down and walk us through where you are.
Right, so we are still here at Williamson and Baldwin, just giving you a different perspective, though, from where Kendall was standing. A lot of businesses have been impacted by this encampment that was cleared out earlier today. Many of them spray painted with graffiti messages just like this that are saying justice for Corey. Pretty much this entire stretch here, Williamson and Baldwin is seeing the impacts from this officer-involved shooting that happened well over a week ago. But the protesters here tell me they have no plans on leaving yet, and because they want to see justice for Corey. And what that means to them is the officers responsible in this shooting to be held accountable and charges to follow. I want to give you some more perspective, though, here, a different vantage point from where Kendall is standing. On this side of the street, you can see that makeshift memorial still stands there while the tents and the encampment physically is gone. The protesters, though, still here. You can see them face to face with the officers, Madison police officers, right now. And I'm told this has been pretty much going on all day. Protesters yelling back and forth at police asking them to make sure to be calm and maintain a safe distance. City leaders say this all happened, and the reason they cleared this out is because the encampments were unsafe. We'll continue to bring you out more updates from here, but again, tension's very high here right now.
All right, two different perspectives from two.
What is happening? Oh. Yeah, I gotta close that one. What are you doing? Wisconsin State Fair? I don't know about. All right, so Madison Cruz, the encampment that was brought up after the dude was shot, right? There was encampment. Everybody's keeping the fuck out. Oh, this dude's death it's a holy fucking sight.
We begin this morning with breaking news at 9 o'clock. Crews in Madison are working to clear the intersection of Williamson and South Baldwin streets nearly 2 weeks after a Madison police officer shot and killed Corey Ruiz at that very intersection.
What you're seeing in the video is some
2 goddamn fucking weeks, and these motherfuckers are still there.
Images from early.
Hold up. At this intersection, the dude that was killed at the intersection for 2 goddamn fucking weeks, you motherfuckers have interrupted this intersection, and it's been allowed to happen for 2 weeks.
Earlier this morning, obviously, before the sun came up, as the work continued and began to clear that encampment that's been there for almost 2 weeks. It has been a protest site since the July 22nd shooting of Corey Ruiz by Madison police. The investigation into that shooting continues as well, but our Andrea Muzu has made it to Madison this morning. We know there were fires earlier, a bit of some interactions between police and protesters. How has it looked now, Andrew, since you've gotten to the scene?
A lot more quiet, Carl, simply put. And we know that at least 10 people were arrested. But as of right now, you can see things are really starting to clear up. This intersection, Jennifer and Baldwin, was blockaded off. It was blocked off. Now it is opening up here, and you're seeing some people walk around. I kind of want to point you to, there's this white truck right over here. You see boxes on top of that truck. Those were items from the encampment. So literally just minutes ago, I'd probably say throughout the last maybe half hour or so, they were taking those boxes from the encampment and loading them up. And I don't know where they're going to be going to, but that is where we saw a lot of those things being picked up. We also saw a lot of them here. I don't know if we can pan to the stop sign right over here. You're seeing some people that were from the encampment. We actually just spoke with that woman over there in the pink pants. She was telling her side of the story as far as she has a young daughter who she stayed with her daughter in the encampment. She didn't stay overnight going into this morning, but she was there for the past few days. She just described how there were people that felt unsafe in the encampment. They thought that they can just go there and stay there out of protest. But then a lot of them did feel fearful that police would not work with them, but work against them, which is why that obviously forced some people to leave the encampment or stay.
I have absolutely no other fuck idea what you're trying to say, Ken. You just left my disruption and completely. You're drunker than I am.
And sort of put up a wall figuratively and literally as well. But you're seeing a cooler right over there. There were cases of water that they took, but they didn't want to be loaded onto that truck or taken away, so they loaded that up on an on an SUV and a van. But the people are continuing to operate as far as what is next. So we did hear from some neighbors that there is a small protest that is forming around the house of the mayor. So we're going to see if that is still intact.
God damn, that dude's body type looks like me. Just like man, tits and all, right? His stomach doesn't poke out, but he's trying to suck at the fucking... Probably. I don't fucking know. I'm just making up some shit right now. But god damn, dude.
Later on after this hit later on in the morning. But as of right now, you're seeing the scene right now. More
if you look like me, we
just
got
representatives
problems.
from whether that's Wisconsin State Patrol, Madison Police, of course, but things are starting to clear up as well. This is probably the most clear that we have seen for a mighty long time, and I don't know how much time we have, but as this white truck passes, you're going to see a lot more right as this truck passes. Over there, you're seeing boxes, trash cans, items right over there. So more of that cleanup being, underway. But of course, that started in that intersection of Williamson and Baldwin. Now just being taken to the side as cleanup continues, Carl. But a lot more quiet.
Yeah, you get it. Check this out. Overnight unrest in Madison. A series of fires set. So the encampment being cleared out caused the problem.
Chaos in Madison streets last night, and an early morning wake-up call from law enforcement turns chaotic in those streets. Police tore down an encampment that started 2 weeks ago after Madison police shot and killed Corey Ruiz.
Our Stephanie Quirk is at that intersection, or near it rather, this morning. Steph, we know that protesters said they are not leaving, but we're seeing that some of the demonstrators are laying flowers and making a kind of another makeshift memorial behind you.
Yeah. Good morning. It is a much calmer, much more calm, I should say, than compared to the videos that we saw yesterday and also what our crews reported here at the intersection. As you mentioned, just people laying flowers along this strip here near Williamson Street and Baldwin Street, too. If you look right in the middle, too, of the intersection, there's folks laying flowers right now here. So, things remain very peaceful this morning. That said, there is a large police presence here. There's squad cars, I can tell you, kind of surrounding this area, as well as law enforcement here on the ground. I actually just spoke with one woman who is laying flowers currently right now, Gabby. She just tells me that they've been here since the beginning, really.
I'm gonna be honest. Hold on. Look at this. If this is not a dichotomy in the United States, I don't know what the fuck is. There's a sign that says "Justice for Corey Ruiz," and every goddamn cop that's in that fucking area is posted up right behind the fucking sign. For half of America, it's like, bitch, you know what? Fucking, I support you. But the other half of America is like, this is a goddamn abomination. Justice for Corey Ruiz on the fucking light bulb. And every goddamn cop on the beat is right there.
Laying flowers currently right now, Gabby, she just tells me that they've been here since the beginning, really, since 2 weeks ago when protesters really built that encampment in protest of Madison police shooting of Corey Ruiz. Again, we know that previously city officials had told protesters and demonstrators to get out of the intersection, but they had not. That's when yesterday morning police and city officials came in and started removing it. And at that point, then really things started getting tense throughout the morning. We know that there was...
I'm sorry, America. I don't understand why the fuck you need to rage out and do this kind of shit for a dude who was stealing your goddamn bikes and everything else. Like, yeah, he shouldn't have died for stealing bikes. I get you, 100%. But when the motherfucker fights because he doesn't want to be brought to fucking justice for his crimes, that's where you lose me.
Crews on scene here for reports of fires started by candles, and a number of people were arrested. At last check, roughly 10 were cited and released, and 16 were arrested. Of course, those numbers are from yesterday, and we're expecting to get updates from
10 were cited and released, and 16 were arrested. Okay. If they were cited and released and arrested, so we're talking about damn near 30 fucking people for this one goddamn incident where a motherfucker, questionable whether he should have been put down. But because the guy went around stealing shit and cops chase his ass down, he gets him the fuck up and tries to kill people to get away? I'm sorry. Why should I feel sorry for that shit?
the mayor and the police chief this morning, but things remain calm so far. Take a listen to what one woman said, one protester that is, yesterday to our crews here on scene.
I'm gonna try my best to keep this peaceful, because anything on the other side of peaceful, I'm gonna lose and my people are gonna lose. We need to stay peaceful, and the police need to understand that we are here, and they should understand and respect us.
And again, that's really the message I just heard from a woman I spoke with here, that for the most part, majority of the people here wanted things to remain peaceful and did remain peaceful. I can tell you this morning, tensions not even close to what they were yesterday in terms of police and protesters here on scene. In fact, they're actually being quite peaceful, treating each other with respect, it seems, too. Again, this is the intersection here. We are expecting an update later this morning from the police chief again, as well as the mayor, and we're going to bring you updates as they come here at the intersection of Baldwin and Williamson Streets in Madison. For now, we're going to send...
Okay, so Madison, Wisconsin saw that shit for 2 fucking weeks. They literally had an intersection shut down.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I appreciate it.
I'm not going to go through the mayor thing, but for 2 weeks they had an intersection shut down and everything's peaceful. I think you went too far with the 2 goddamn weeks, because anything and everything that is not involved with that case, that is not involved with that problem. For 2 goddamn weeks, they had to take a detour around you because you were screaming about how much your pussy hurts. But the encampment was cleared out, and the demonstrators showed up.
To switch gears back to our very big story of the day, out of Madison, Bria Jones standing by, ready to join us once again. Bria is live here at the intersection of Williamson and Baldwin, where the encampment was cleared out earlier this morning. Bria, what is the latest, as you've been there for about an hour now?
The encampment, everything that we've seen, it's cleared the fuck out. You got police on one side and just a random motherfuckers on the other.
Haley, right now we're starting to see and hear more people chanting in the streets. The protest crowd is only growing at this point. We just saw a few officers kind of scurrying across.
I'm sorry, the protest crowd is only growing. You cleared out the encampment, and this is what is left. As stupid ass people come down, and you're saying it's only growing? I mean, I understand you cleared out the encampment, but I'm okay with this. Because seriously, I'm okay with this. This small ass crowd you got. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna fucking say it. I don't care. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 black people standing in the middle of the goddamn street with one white person in the middle of the street. 4-to-1 fucking ratio of goddamn retards standing in the fucking street just to hear their voice or just to have their voice heard. Like, what the fuck?
The walkway here, just because
it's
we
a
are
4-to-1 ratio.
More people come to this protest location here at Baldwin and Williamson.
No, I can't. I don't know. Can we? Let's bring it back.
People come to this.
Can I say this woman's standing in the middle of the street? I mean, she's in the street. It is on the corner. Like, there is no obstruction whatsoever if anybody wants to fucking turn. There is obstruction from maybe this person. But I'm not even going to say that, because if this is a two-way street right here, you're definitely going to have a way around that. So the only obstruction is going to be coming from the left-hand side of the screen into the right. And even then, that would still be... Honestly, I don't see a problem here. They're in the middle of the street. Yeah. You might have to look at them. But did they obstruct? Because on the left hand of the screen, you're still going to have to come out wide towards the bottom of the screen right here to where their chyron is. That's not interrupting. But if you come from the right of the screen, even in the far lane, you're still going to take that distance away. Maybe this dude in the brown, I guess is the only color. Maybe this dude in any point in time, but are you obstructing? I'm going to say no.
Protest location here at Baldwin and Williamson. This is where Coy Ruiz was shot and killed by a Madison police officer. Tomorrow will mark 2 weeks since that shooting. And what we're seeing right now is the protesters over here, the demonstrators holding some signs, chanting in the street.
Oh, yeah, you definitely obstructed now. Hold on, this motherfucker, no.
Tomorrow will mark 2 weeks since that shooting. And what we're seeing right now is...
she ties up her hair like it's something to fucking do, right?
The protesters over here, the demonstrators holding some signs.
Then the gayest motherfucker in the crowd starts goose-stepping and high-stepping all over the fucking place, skipping like it's something to fucking do. No,
signs, chanting in the streets, some of them kind of skipping, walking back and forth. Even kind of, we just saw someone kind of stopping a car. They were having a conversation with the people, so it looks like they appeared to know who was actually inside of the vehicle, but that's what the police officers here are trying to stop. They don't want them to get into the streets. They want them to stay on the sidewalks and to peacefully protest.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. If they're in the streets and nothing is going on as far as traffic is concerned, what's the problem?
They have been kind of chanting. I was trying to hear exactly what they were saying in this moment. I'm going to listen in to try to see if I can make it out. They're saying justice, our streets. If we don't get it, shut it down. Yes.
I'm going to admit it. You have the right. You're not obstructing. You're not trying to target. You're not going 8 mode. Approve. I approve.
It's okay. That is, if we don't get it, shut it down. If we don't get it, shut it down. Is what the protesters are out here chanting. Many of them have different signs. One of them I'm reading now says, "White violence is silence," and white silence.
Oh, the video is 3 days old. Okay, you want to travel into that? No. This is where we have come at this point in time. Is there anything new? Antifa hasn't shut up. Why should they? I mean, honestly, give me a second. All right, sorry for the pause, but I will say this, Jonah. Why would they? How many motherfuckers know about this? Did you see the people come out here in mass and try to burn shit down? That's their crowd. All of the protesters, damn near every single protester is right here in this freeze frame. Is this a Michael Brown situation? Why would you pump so much money into something that's not catching attention? Especially seeing as how USAID was cut off. Act Blue is under investigation. Yeah, they are still doing a lot of bullshit behind the fucking scenes, and we all know it. We all know it. There are some things that I can bring up for that. Different time, because I need to go to fucking bed. It's damn near 11 o'clock my time. But why would they? But keeping this in consideration, you know what? We got Fuck Around Friday coming up. I don't know whether I do it alone. are with me, and I don't think Jim can do it. I think his shit shuts down, right? Yeah, Jim's from Jim tell you, Jim's fucking computer shit the bed until he gets a pump for his water cooled loop. He's out of commission. So I guess it's going to be a fuck around Friday with us. It's just here. A scientist issue warning about spotting more than 20 giant UFOs racing across the moon. I'm going to leave you with that headline. Ladies and gentlemen, fuck around Friday's coming up where news goes to die. Let's have some fucking fun. It's the end of the week. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take you to Dead Mom Alive. Apparently, she's over here, she's playing Sons of the Forest, which is an actual good game. It's a fun game. Hey, go hang out with her, just say hi, and tell her to join the Stupids play. That's right. Pressure her. Tell her she needs to join. We need to get them together. Let's have some fun. At least one day a week. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate the shit out of every single fucking one of you. You all are amazing as hell. Until tomorrow, y'all have a good night.
And y'all don't know that I'm a soldier. I always felt like I'm alone when everybody thinks they know ya. And y'all don't even know I own ya. And now I'm ready taking over, 'cause every day I'm getting closer. Just look at everything I'll show ya. And now I'm ready, I'ma blow up.